Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Like Charleston White said, he put up 75K. Right, he put up 75K to start a lawyer, to start with, you know, getting him a lawyer. I hope that, well, I ain't gonna say I hope. Now watch. It's a lot of white people finna swarm these people. And because once they see us start raising money to help this family, all the white people are gonna come in, like the lawyers and everything. Like, it's so many people gonna come out the woodworks with trying to defend his family, because money is being involved. They ain't doing it because they want to help the family. They're doing it because money is being involved. Thank you so much. Thank you, boss man. Y'all, thank y'all so much for the gifts. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They coming in because the money is involved. So it's like, good morning, good morning, good morning. Money talk. Bullshit walk. And then people it's people worried about these folks having houses and cars instead of worrying about the bigger picture of what's going on with their child. Oh, I don't want to support them. They got a house. White folks, baby, you can be rich and have a mansion. Guess what they're gonna do? The white folks still gonna come together. But our people, oh, they got a house, they got a car. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We don't want to see us doing better. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see. So it's like, thank you, Marco. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, Plies, I posted it. Plies made a statement, and he was just basically saying, you know, black men, try your best to stay out the courtroom. Try your best to stay out them courtrooms. And basically, he's saying in so many words, don't fight these white folks. He ain't gonna win. If you dig deep into what he's saying, don't fight these white folks. You're not gonna win. Cause either way it go, whether once you enter their courtroom, you're paying money out. You're paying money out. What's the worst? What is the best way to hit a person? To hurt a person? Hurt them with their pockets. When you go in these courtrooms, when I go in these courtrooms just for a speeding ticket. When I go in these courtrooms for a speeding ticket, guess who in there? 99.9% in there is us. When you see my big guns, run away as a rebel comes out. Then you call on me. When you call me, I come. But then you got it. You might get, you know what I'm saying? You might have a couple, you know, maybe 2 or 3 in there. He made the example out of Carmelo. Yeah, it was a message. It was another message. It's all by design. And a lot of people need to pay attention to the design. I mean, the parents spoke out. They sent me videos. I'm gonna play them. They say be prepared, knowing the courtroom is awaiting for your arrival. Yeah. Like, Miss Blessings, thank you, honey. I seen the warden. I seen it. Thank you, Mad Cow, babe. Thank you, Miss Blessings. Thank you. Good morning, Stitch. Yeah, this. Am I ready for the backyard boogie? I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Thank you, Miss Blessings. Thank you, babe. But yeah, thank you, Nuni, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, he. Charleston White say our people hurt. Our people hurt the family. That's what he said. I wish I could have got the video of what he was saying after he said that to get a more understanding of why he feel like that. I feel so bad, y'all. I got boys. Can I be a mod? For what? Thank you, Keisa Boo. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Cedar. Thank you, honey. Things like this will continue to happen. I know. I know. To help me. To help me for what? What you want to help me with? Listen, man. Am I the only one at 6 o'clock? Am I the only one on at 6 in the morning? Am I the only one on at 6 in the morning? Because, baby, y'all like, let me find Diamond, let me troll Diamond, let me fuck with Diamond this morning. Oh, man.
My decision.
I was watching the movie Whitney Houston last night, y'all.
I don't think you listen. You listen. I don't think you listen.
I love Whitney. I miss her music. I miss her music, y'all. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. Tap the screen.
It must mean I'm not decent. It must mean I'm on your case. For me to come out to mean that I'm not the job. I want to show you.
Who won the game? I don't know, babe. I've been abracadabra. Thank you, babe. They doing so much with the FIFA Cup. You should see how it's a lot of the players got detained. It's a lot of I didn't watch the game, babe. It's a lot going on. Give a fuck about the game. I'm bothered by the Carmelo situation, so because if y'all don't see a target, if y'all don't see it's a target on our black men. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, they know our black men is our strength, y'all. That's our muscle. I'm telling y'all, World Cup, FIFA, and they complaining about the tickets not being sold. A lot of people jack the prices up just because it's going to be a lot of Airbnbs ain't being booked because they done jack the prices up, or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I wouldn't go up to $1,200 a night. I would, I could do freaking $500 a night. I could do, $400 a night and have every night booked. Every night booked. I beat my competitors. I'll beat my competitors. And I have every night booked. All the way up till, listen, I be renting out couches. Okay? It's a couch in the living room you can sleep on. Okay? But yeah. They said, let me park my R&B in the driveway for $300. Yeah, you can park it for $300 a night. You can park your RV in my driveway for $300 a night. You don't even know the kind of thing. Yeah. Why you trying to tell me all these things? They said, Dime, you can sell your ideas. Don't give them away for free. Sell them to who, babe? Y'all tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Bed and breakfast. Yeah. 1K diamond, not 300. Uncle Bernie, the 1K, that's the thing. It's so many. It's crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening. If you need somebody's grace, you fit up somebody's grace. Crazy things are happening. Crazy things. Z, good morning, good morning, good morning. I ain't paying no 1K for no 1K a night to stay in no Airbnb. No, I didn't see it. Thank you, Vibe, honey. You say you trying to make more money, not help anyone. You trying to make money, not help anyone. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make money too. I just don't have to up the prices. Just don't have to be so high, Uncle Bernie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still make money, but it's a lot of places are empty. It's a lot of the seats. Even they said they over have 180,000 seats that tickets haven't even been bought for. It's not looking good. I don't know if it's because of the economy or what. And then too, y'all got to take into consideration of the economy. Speaking of that, I think I got a 40% off or 40% off on my website. I ain't even announcing. I got a 40% off on my website. Because I want to get some new products in. I really want to, bring some new stuff, but I want to get some of the old products moved out of there first. And then, yeah, we are in a recession. Yeah, it's yeah. They say what? Yeah, I got 40% off. I think it's 40% off. That's just the merchandise though, not the tickets. So that's the merchandise. That's hoodies, everything. They say I'm not in a recession. Okay. Let me hold on. I gotta tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. Wait. It's a code. Wait. It's a code. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to my website. It's a code. They say so. We got to be careful with our spending. Baby, you do what works for you. You do what works for you. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Yeah, it's 40% off for all products. The code is BLAQQ, BLAQQ. 40% off for all products. Code BLAQ, BLAQQ. So, yeah, I know it's summertime, so this is the best time to grab y'all Diamond Show hoodies and etc. Y'all. 40% off y'all entire purchase. 40% off code BLAQ. Capital B LAQQ. Yeah. So I'm gonna push some of this stuff out so I can bring the new stuff, because I do have new products. I just haven't put it on the website. I have new products. If y'all notice, I don't even promote any of my stuff. I'm always promoting, you know, everybody else stuff. If y'all notice, I don't even promote my stuff. So airports are full of people who bought. Hold on. Airports are full of people who bought flights, so they have money to buy them. If that's your mindset, babe. Good morning. I'm gonna play the video with his mom. The mom and dad spoke out. I'm going to play all the videos y'all sent me about the case, and they cut all his hair off, y'all. He looks so different. You heard what happened in Leesburg, Georgia. I did. I think they said they charged him with manslaughter, right? I think they charged him with manslaughter. What the hell happened now? Some black people had a get together or something, and a YT man was, you know, using slurs, and you know, when you use slurs, no, nobody didn't get hurt, but he came back with an AR-15 and let loose. Oh, he was a neighbor. Okay, he was a neighbor. No, this didn't happen in Georgia. This didn't happen in Georgia. This happened in Leesburg. Yeah. Where the hell is Leesburg? That's in Florida. That's about 45 minutes outside of Orlando. Maybe about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Orlando. They said, I just bit my tongue. They said it was a 62. I think it was 62. Thank you so much, baby, for the cake. It was 62 years old, 62-year-old black man, veteran at that. Pew-pewed him, but he didn't unalive him, because they didn't say he passed away or nothing like that. But they charge. I think they charge the man that. No, this wasn't in Georgia. It was in Leesburg. So I go to the gun range. Y'all. Sometimes I post videos when I'm in there. When I go down there to Florida and I see my boys, we go to the gun range. Even in Florida, we went to the gun range. And it's more of them in there than it is us. We don't even want to pay to go to the gun range. We need to go to the gun range. I love me a gun range date. I love me a gun range date. Okay? I love me a pew pew range date. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to go often. I don't know, y'all husbands, y'all boyfriends need to be taking y'all into them gun ranges. At least once a week to get y'all familiar, to get y'all to practice. Because do you know how many people have pew-pews and don't know how to use them? Do you know how many people have pew-pews and don't know how to use them? Do you know how many pew-pews people have? If you're not used to the sound, go into that gun range. Go into that gun range. That shit's so loud. That shit's so loud. Boom! Sometimes you be listen. You be hearing like boom. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what the fuck? What kind of pew pew that is over there? Look. My son, let me tell you something. My son bring his own pew pews when we go. Baby, them folks was looking at my son like he was crazy when he came up in there with that AR. He came up in there with his AR. He had a couple of handguns, but yeah, when he came up in there with that AR in that case, them folks was like, oh, who the fuck he been around? Because you know what I'm saying, like, you don't. They think they the only ones can have an AR. Now I don't like them big old things. But there was a lady in there, y'all, and she was a Caucasian lady, and she looked like she had to be every bit of. Well, you know what? They age bad. So she looked like she was probably in her late 50s. She looked like she was in her late 50s. Baby, she had baby, look, I can't even remember what it was. Late 50s. All you heard was boom. And hear me over there. Listen, hear me over there with my Glock. Look, me over there with my Glock, feeling little, feeling small. Okay, I ain't doing nothing. And my son, you know, my oldest, he loved pew pews. He have them all over the place. He be like, Mama, no, Mama, you need to get this. Mama, you need to do this. Mama, you need to do that. I be like, man, I don't want that big shit. I be like, I don't want that big shit, but yeah, man. He be like, Mom, I'm trying to tell you what you need. I'm trying to tell you what you need to get. So, yeah. Who's trying to come in the box? Who's trying to come in the box? I said, can't believe you got kids. Oh yeah, I have kids. Yes, I do. Who's trying to come in the box? One of my Mother's Day, you know, my Mother's Day, we was at the people range. V-Ray and Poochie. Oh, okay, you can let them up, Niecy, babe. Thank you, honey. It's like 3 people. It says 3 people. think y'all got privileges. Time to hold on a night. Listen, man, Michael Locke ain't doing nothing.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Diamond.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mafia. I just wanted to give you a correction. I'm going to drop down to the comments to let you finish, but it happened in Leesburg, Georgia, Diamond. This wasn't in Florida. There's a Leesburg in Georgia where that happened, where the family
That was
having
Leesburg, Georgia.
Yeah, Leesburg, Georgia. I don't know where that's at, but
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I was just in Florida, and I was on the phone with one of my friend girls, and I was on 75. You know, I was traveling, and I was coming through the sticks of Georgia. I call them the sticks, but I used to pass in the small little country towns, in Georgia, and baby, there was the Confederate flag was up just high as day.
wow.
And you can see it from the highway. You know how they have the American flag up? The Confederate flag was up just like that in Georgia. I was passing through. I said, yeah.
You was
Yeah,
down
that
by
was a
Lake
sundown town. Had to be a sundown town.
You was
Yeah.
down by Lake
I'm on the highway, so I'm safe on the highway. I'm safe. Doing
Yeah.
speed limits. Okay, doing speed limits.
Mm.
Good morning, Diamond.
Huh?
Good morning, Diamond. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, look, you don't need nothing but a cig, a long pew pew, and a shotgun. If you can handle all three of those firearms, you good to go. Like I laugh at people really that get all of that stuff, man. It's kind of just it's a hobby at some point when you start collecting, because you can only handle one at a time. But as far as switching from one weapon to another in whatever situation, you gotta have a shotgun and a SIG for anything, like SIG, any type of short barrel, 9 mil or 45, something like that. That way you can actually unholster quick. You know, them people with those short arms or long arms that can't even unholster quick, then you just got it on your hip for sure, because you ain't able to get it out in time.
Yeah.
And you can't get your arms around it. Your hands around it. A lot of people buy hand pew pews, and it doesn't even fit their hands. They can't even they don't even know the poundage for the trigger, for the amount of pressure that they got applied to the trigger mechanism for it to actually fire. So I got it, Locks. I said pew pew. I'm just saying the
And you gotta
shot
keep your nails
pew
short.
pew.
And you gotta keep your nails short.
Yeah.
You have to keep your nails short. Yeah.
All of
That's
that
the
stuff.
must. You gotta keep your nails short.
But you was talking about the whole
Morning, Kizzy, babe.
thing with the black people, the black community, and everything, and all of that. That's kind of why I hit the button earlier.
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it is, and this is the way I see it: the black community is cattle to this country. And I don't know if you understand how cattling works, but
Yeah, you could elaborate, because I'm sure it's people in here that everybody don't understand. So you could just you could break it down.
so you have bulls that you put out in a herd of cattle that breed, and breed with heifers and stuff like that. That's what the female cows are called. And you know what I'm saying? They produce offspring. Those offspring are separated from the families, or they, from at a certain amount of time, and they go through the same process. Depending on the type of cattle it is, they get used for different things. You know what I'm saying? They go through the system and all of that. That is exactly how the court systems do black people.
Thank you, girl. Thank you, babe.
And the crazy part about it is the black community is feeding their kids to the system to be slaughtered. Because not only do they get the kids, they tag the ear of the mom, and she gets trapped in this perpetual state of loss, because you lost your kid to the system. There's really not much you can do about it once they get in there. Once they in the slaughterhouse, they there. That mark is going to be on you forever. That felony, that misdemeanor, all of that stuff. So it's just a perpetual cycle of kids just getting funneled into the system by way of impoverished communities, lack of good choices that's available to these people. It's just it's sad, but that's just pretty much how I see it.
I was thinking the other day, like with the DEI thing, they're taking our jobs, right? Or they've unemployed so many black women and men, right? He started to gut people out from the top. Trump, when he went in, when he went into office, he started to gut some of the highest ranking military officials who were black. He gutted them from the inside out. But I'll say this just for the community, when they start, this whole DEI thing and start letting us go on our jobs, right? They're taking resources, social services, and they're trying to cut back on that. So you're taking the jobs, you're cutting back on social services, you're making homelessness illegal, which in turn it causes them. It's like, y'all ever seen the connect the dot? Like when we were in kindergarten and we had to just connect the dots. They're trying to put more people in the system because this is a modern day slavery type of system they got going on. And as soon as they get in that system, guess what? They have free slavery. So they're doing everything to push people down to where they're struggling, to where they can't take care of their families. And then they're going to lock them up when they become homeless and they get free slavery out of them. I mean...
Hey, Diamond. Before I drop, you said you got backstock?
Huh?
You said you got backstock on your products?
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Are you paying a storage fee somewhere for that stock, or is it being held privately?
No, it's been held properly.
Whoever created your website for your page, tell them create a backlink for your backstock. Take it off of your main page and only list it on that backlink, and then send the backlink out to all of your backstock. So when people go to that page, they're only buying your backstock, and you sell out quick. And when it sells out, just put have them update the site to sold, and then it just depends on how you're trying to get rid of it. If you're trying to get rid of it fast, you at 50% now. Them last couple of items, depending on where you bought in at. If you can just afford to get your money back, then list it and get rid of all of your back stock at 10 to 20% over what you actually bought it at, so you can get rid of it. If you're not holding it privately nowhere, you're not having to pay a storage fee, then you can list it for as long as you want because there's no overhead to the storage.
Right.
But outside of that's all. That was the other thing I was going to ask you about. But you know this Alex, right?
Huh? Yeah, I noticed that.
All right. So yeah, but I catch up with you. That one lady, I think that the one lady did hit me up for the backyard boogie thing. But it was what did we talk about? I can't remember her name. But I got her number though. But it wasn't for a collaboration at the backyard boogie. So if anybody's doing that, anybody still wants to do it, advertisement wise, just let me know whether it's the app or the generational legacy stuff. Just jump in my inbox, man, and we can try and figure something out. Get on the phone and hammer some numbers out together. And we can do something. Collaborate. That's it, though. Y'all be easy, man. Have a good one, Don.
All right, Alex, baby. See you later. Manza said, are they trying to put people in the system or people putting themselves in the system and blaming the YT?
It's both.
Good morning.
Two things can be true at the same time. Some people out here just moving recklessly and not thinking and ending up there, right? Putting themselves there. But there's a whole organized system that's putting them, putting us there too. We can't disregard that either. So it's both. Oh yeah, it's true. I mean, look.
It's not true.
Okay, so look. Okay, if it's not true,
look at man's in the comment section, honey, in all caps.
So if it's not, So if it's
Diamond,
not
they are
true,
trying,
hold
they
on.
are
If it's
trying to put you in there.
oh my
They are
gosh,
trying to put you in there because they're getting paid for you to be in there. They are trying to put you in there. That's how they get paid.
it's both, right? So it's both, right? So if they're not trying to put us in there, then why are we just hearing this case with how Carmelo Anthony just got railroaded? If it's not a thing, like, come on now, they even Stevie Wonder can see this, like, you know.
I mean, but some people did. Some people did say. Some people did say. She, honey. Do you know anything about honey?
Diamond, this case is so wrong.
Some people did say if he would have walked away, he wouldn't have went through all of this.
Okay, so what about the child? What?
No, Diamond. When you got the DA, the judge, and the daddy are all friends and sit there and hang out and drink together, and they're friends running that case, that is conflict of interest so bad.
If we don't see the injustices that is going on in this country, we're just walking alive but unalive, and not seeing what's really going on. There, two things can be true at the same time. The people putting themselves in there doing foolish stuff, and they're putting us in there too because they need free slavery. Modern day slavery is what it is. Okay.
Can I ask you a question, V-Ray? Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sure.
How many times have they ever pick you up and put you in there?
So that's an anecdotal, like that's
No. Hold on. We're not going to use the big words because y'all say all the time. What you just said just then that they get
anecdotal.
people
I pronounced it incorrectly. My bad. Anecdotal.
and they
But go ahead.
put people in this. They put people. No, they not going to get nobody and put nobody in no system. You gonna go get and commit a crime just like I did so many times. I put myself in the system. Ain't nobody came and picked me up. I got 4 brothers, and not one of my brothers that was raised in the same house that I was raised in have ever been to jail. And I got 5 felonies. So they not going and putting nobody in the system. We putting ourselves in the system, and then we turn around and make excuses that the YT man putting us in the system. No, if you did the right thing, like what you supposed to done, you wouldn't have to go through the system.
Okay,
The
let me
only
ask
way
you
the
this.
system gets you is if you put yourself
Wait,
in
I
trouble.
gotta hold on, Swift.
Hold on, let her finish. Wait.
This is between me and Mansa.
Wait. Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah, let him finish. And I gotta respond because it's between me and Mansa. He asked me the question. All right, go ahead, Mansa.
They not picking up nobody and putting nobody in no jail. We put ourselves in jail, but you know what the problem is? We always want to blame somebody else for our problems that we create for ourselves. And that's the problem. Stop blaming other people for everything about your life because you ain't taking the responsibilities to do what you're supposed to do in life or walk the path that you're supposed to be walking in life. It's your fault. It's not no YT person fault for nothing that I have ever did in my life. It's my fault. I take responsibility for every 5 felonies that I got on my record. But you know what? I walked through that fire to make sure my family don't have to walk through that fire. So I stand tall for what I did, and I wouldn't change it for none in the world. If I had to go back to that 13-year-old kid again, I would pick that sack up again, and I would walk that same walk that I walked at 13 to get them same 5 felonies to be able to take care of my family for the rest of their life. I'd do it all over again. I won't even think and blink.
Let me ask you this question. Wait, no, Swift. Wait, he asked me. Please, just let us have this dialogue, please.
Talk a lot,
All
DJ.
right,
Go ahead.
All right, so Mansa, let me ask you this because I said 2 things can be true at the same time, and this is not to negate. This is not to negate your experience and what you're saying because, like I said, that's also a thing as well. But if it's not them putting us in the system, Why would there be a such thing of individuals being falsely accused, serving years behind bars for something they never did? If it wasn't also a thing with the system putting us there too. There should be no one, 0% of individuals, us especially, in prison systems having been falsely accused because of the stereotyping, because of the embedded racism in this country. Why is it a thing if you're negating that doesn't happen?
I can't answer that question for you.
So
But
that's what
I
I'm
can tell
saying.
you.
Your
But I can
experience
tell
is
you.
anecdotal. It's
But
anecdotal, and it doesn't discount the other situation where they're putting us there too. That's all I'm
okay,
saying. So that's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Well, let me tell you this right here. I've been to prison. Okay, so all of those black people in prison that I done been around in prison, the times I done been in prison, it's probably out of thousands and thousands of black people, because you're talking about black people. We ain't talking about no other people, or black people that's in prison. If you take probably 10,000 black people that's in prison, in each prison, you probably got a handful of people that might be wrongfully accused. What about the majority of those people that did the crimes? That's what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about them little few
So you
people.
heard what I said, man. So I didn't discount you. I said that is also happening as well, but you discounted my theory and shot it down and say, no, that's not a thing. I'm just simply telling you this other situation is also a thing as well. And if you acknowledge that, then we don't have a disagreement.
We ain't got no disagreement. The only thing I'm saying is we got to stop making excuses. We got to start making excuses, man. I said that's why I laugh and make jokes in the comments, because people on the panel make so many excuses about everything. It's always the YT person fault. Ain't nobody that's on this panel parents was even a child of slavery. So why do we keep on bringing up the same old stuff over and over and over again, instead of going and doing something for ourselves and
Hold up,
take the blinders off?
hold up, big bro. You speeding. You speeding. You
Okay,
speeding.
go ahead. Come on,
I'm
Keith.
with you, but you speeding. So it's not just about slavery. You have to understand that there was at least another 100 years there was at least another 100 years that we had to fight for actual rights or civil rights, and we still are fighting today for those rights, and they're still taking those rights away. So I get what you're saying, though. What Mansa is saying is that the vast majority of people that are incarcerated are rightfully accused. Yes, you have some people that are not rightfully accused, but the vast majority of people that are in prison are in prison because of the crimes that they committed. Right? So you can't just go around making a blanket statement saying, oh, we got to blame somebody for these people being incarcerated. We have to blame whoever. Wait a minute. I'm not saying that you are, because I think you are right as well. Right? So we also do have to take into account the people that are exonerated, and that black people are exonerated at a much higher rate than any other race, because we are charged. We are wrongfully charged higher than any other rate of race of people that are incarcerated, right? With that being said, right, I do believe that I hate the situation that this young man is in, but I also do believe that I wish his parents would have taught him that there is two types of legal systems. There's a legal system for black people, and there's a legal system for white people. And sometimes when we make it, quote unquote, make it, and we move to the suburbs and we're living amongst these white people, right? We start to feel like there's some sort of equality, and there is no equality in this America. So we still have to teach our children that they have to move through America differently than their peers, quote unquote, their peers that they may be in community with, like the other white people or the other Asian people or the other people that are white adjacent, right? We still have to teach them that this is still an unfair world, no matter how many strides black people have made, right? We have to work twice as hard to get half of what somebody has, right? So that's all I have to say. I hate the situation for this young man. I hate that he was put in this situation where he felt like he had to defend himself. But I wish his parents would have had a conversation with him about how he has to move through the world and how he can't move through the world like his peers.
But
I
hey,
agree.
good morning. But why
Good
do
morning,
we
everyone.
assume that they didn't have that conversation with him?
No. That's not what
I would say that that's the wrong assumption. I'm sorry that I put it that way, but I still feel like, no, I don't, because I feel like if his parents did have that conversation with him, I feel like this situation would have never happened. I feel like he would have walked away.
Oh shit!
Guys,
Thank you.
we cannot forget
I'll be
about
back.
systemic racism. We cannot
Okay,
forget about.
let me say
I'm not
this.
saying Mansa. I agree with Mansa, but we.
Hold on, let Mansa say what I want. Let Mansa say. I want. Go ahead, Mansa.
No, I was just finna make a joke. I didn't hear him talking. It's like I got a delay or something. I don't be want to cut nobody off. I ain't hear a man in class talking. I apologize, brother.
Go ahead, Mansa. Go ahead. We want to. Go ahead.
No problem, bro. Go ahead.
No, I said, look, I got 229 coins down, but I might be able to get in the box battle.
What you got to do, big brother.
Let me bring it up. Hold on. But no, I think Mansa, my opinion, and I could be wrong. I think Mansa's trying to say that we need to stop blaming the YT people for everything when we are committing crimes and when we're breaking the laws. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct, Diamond. It's just, I don't be wanting to come up here. I be wanting to stay in the comments, but sometimes it be kind of like irking me a little bit that the stuff that be said, which is because I say it over and over again. I got 5 felonies. I don't blame no one but myself for these 5 felonies. But I didn't have to get no felonies. I'm not saying that, but I had to walk the walk that I walked to get to where I'm at in life. I don't feel like it was no other way. I don't. So it don't matter how nobody else feel or what nobody else say about my situation. I don't care. I would do it all over again. These little words don't bother me. I don't care. I will walk it all over again if it's going to land me where I'm at today.
And Manta, I think 2 things can be true at the same time, right? We have to say, yes, we can't blame the YT man, but we also have to acknowledge that systemically there are 2 different type of justice systems, right? Yes, we need to stay out of trouble. Yes, we need to make sure we don't put ourselves in a position where we have to be or go through this justice system. But we also have to acknowledge that there are 2 different types of justice systems. That one child, there's a YT child that did almost the same exact crime as this young man that did, and he got 10 years, right? And then this young man gets 35 years, right? So we always see that there's a disparity in how we are judged or how we go through the justice system. So I feel like the resolve to that is not to just complain about the justice system, is to be extra careful that we do not commit things that cause us to have to run through that system or have to be put through that system.
That's the only
And
thing I'm
unfortunately,
saying.
the responsibility is on us to do that.
Can I say this? I get what you guys are saying.
I hear
We have
what
to
you're
be.
saying, but that's not only just in the justice system. That's just in life, period. We all
Yeah.
know that the game's been the game forever. Ain't nothing changed. But why are we still trying to act like it has? Why are we trying to act like it has? We know it hasn't. So we just got to move and adjust accordingly. Like you said, we got to educate our family members, our kids, our loved ones on what the game is. We just have to
And
move.
simply
Unfortunately,
being.
we keep moving like the game has changed forward.
Can I ask a question?
It got better.
In this
Just 'cause it got
situation,
a little-
what education?
Just because it got a little bit better doesn't mean it's changed.
In this situation, what would education have done for this young man?
Education is knowledge, man.
No. Just right for that moment. But in this situation, him defending himself, what would education have done for him? When you
You have to
defend
know when.
yourself,
No,
it's not about
you
education.
have to
It's about
teach your
preservation.
children. Wait, I'm answering your question.
It's about
You have to
preservation.
teach your.
You see, I
Let
like
me
what you
answer
do,
your
right?
question. Let me answer your question, Bernie.
Slow down,
Jesus, let me answer your
Slow down a
question.
minute, slow down.
I'm
Let me
answering your
add something
question.
to
Give me
it.
a second.
Let me add something to it, Keith.
No,
Let me
I
add
don't
something
need
to it,
that.
Keith.
Let me answer your question.
No, let me add
So
something to it, Keith.
the
Let me
answer
add
to
something
that
to it,
question, the answer to your question is you have to
Let me add
teach your
something to
children
it, Keith.
that they are the
Keith.
that
Let me add
no,
something to
that
it,
they
Keith. Let me add
that
something
they
to it, though,
are
because
the
the piece you're missing.
they are
Keith, let
the
me add this last
thermostat,
piece
not
to
the
it, Keith.
thermometer.
No
They
matter
have to
how well
regulate
educated you are, right?
themselves.
Keith,
You have to teach your children how to
Keith,
walk away, how
Keith,
to that
no matter
everything is
how well
not worth a
educated you
fight.
are,
That's what
Keith,
you have to do. That's how
Keith,
you have to teach your children. Okay, you have to teach your children
Keith,
how to be emotionally regulated because they
Keith,
don't live in a fair world.
Keith.
That's the lesson.
Hey, Keith, how many times you have to be emotionally regulated and somebody kicking sand in your face or throwing dirt in your face? How many regulations you need how many times you gonna regulate
If you want to
yourself?
avoid 35 years in prison in Texas,
Keith.
every
So
fucking
when you're
day.
saying, Keith,
If
let's
not, move your kids to a blue
you're
city
saying don't
or a blue
stand up for yourself, regulate yourself. Hey, don't stand up with that person because you might get time. You got to look at things from a standpoint. No matter what you do, it's not about being educated. It's who's defending you. Your defense. This is a whole nother level. See, once you commit if I run a stop sign, it don't matter what kind of education I have. I'm either gonna get away with it or I'm gonna get a citation.
I swear to God,
Listen.
y'all have never been through the fucking justice system or ever seen the process of the justice system. Most of y'all are just talking. And let me just tell you this: if you give a fuck about your kids, you will tell your children to walk away. You will instruct your children and teach them how to emotionally regulate themselves.
But Keith, you
Y'all got
overshadowing the
kids,
truth.
and y'all act like y'all give a fuck about them and where they end up.
Proper
That's
defense,
a problem.
you can't get.
That's a fucking problem.
If you can't get representation,
that's a problem.
Here you go.
All right, Poetic, let me say this, right? We had a 14-year-old boy that tried to walk away. Actually, shit, he tried to run away.
Hold on, B-Ray.
Hold on, he tried to run away.
B-Ray,
He still
hold
got
on, baby.
What the fuck are we talking about?
B-Ray,
I didn't say
hold on.
walk away.
talking
I'm not
about?
involved in that walk away. The 14-year-old, I saw that situation with the 14-year-old. I can't speak to that because
Right.
there's
I'm
other
gonna
things
let
to
y'all
that
have
too.
it
But the
because I ain't got
problem
no
is, you know,
kids. So
is
whatever.
what you're faced with. You have to determine either you're gonna regulate yourself or you're gonna defend yourself. But here's where it comes down to: you have to know in your mind, no matter what I do, I better be prepared to get the right defense for my situation. We can go back to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson got the wrong defense for his situation involving that young lady years ago in Indiana. He got a tax attorney to represent him on a criminal rape case. Are you kidding me? You have to get the proper defense for your situation. Big bottom line: 5 felonies, 1 felony, whatever you got to have proper defense. Okay, I've been through the federal, through the municipal. Proper defense has always averted me from incarceration. You got to have proper defense.
Let me tell you something. Like I said, that 14-year-old boy not only tried to walk away, he fucking tried to run away. Okay.
Say it again, B-Ray. Say it again. 1 second. Hold on 1 second, please. Let me read this, Zell. Zell says, Bernie, chat, allow people to speak. Damn. So, yeah, V-Ray, hold tight. We got Man in Class up here. We got Tanya up here. We got Dab up here. We got Yoshi. We got Money Talk. We got Hink, Uncle Bernie. Ain't nobody has spoken yet. Hold tight, V-Ray. Just hold tight. Go ahead, y'all.
I just wanted to comment on how it was 6 in the beginning. 2 was the lookout for the teachers and the coaches. They choked him and threw his bag out, had him in the headlock, beating him up. What do he supposed to do? What do he supposed to do? You tell me, what do you supposed to do when they got you in the headlock? You 130 pounds and 2 of them 220 some pounds, and the other 2, they all jumping you.
Because they said he was sitting down. I thought they said he was sitting down, and they told him he ain't supposed to be over here. What you doing over here on this side? You ain't supposed to be over here. Move from over on this side. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and they were saying that when he didn't move, he said, I don't care what y'all do. But for a whole year, they let the people think. He said, if you touch me, you know what I mean, with a threat. But he said, I don't care what y'all do. Just don't put y'all hands on me. and they put hands on him. They even admitted that they stole on him and was jumping on him.
Send me the clip, the Black Diamond 3, y'all, or send me the clip on Instagram, Black Diamond 1, in my messages. Thank you. So he threatened the boy. So he threatened the YT boy.
No, it was
he told
Lord
them, I don't
Jesus.
care
I
what
don't know
put the hands on
I don't know
Diamond.
about the handlock and all of that other things,
That's the
but
problem we're having.
there were hands put on him, and he reacted. I don't know about no
The other thing too,
handlock.
Diamond, it's like somebody telling you can't sit someplace
As
when
he
you sit
should.
down.
Bernie, didn't Diamond tell you to let people talk?
I'm sorry, Dab. I didn't know you. I thought we all were talking. You were talking. Everybody talking. I mean, hey, Dab. But I'm gonna play that the kid just did. I would talk anyway until you shut me down. So do what you got to do. I don't play those games with y'all, but I talk when I want to. Man, forget all that. Y'all don't regulate me. I regulate. Kiss my regulating behind. Let me tell you something. That's like telling that boy you can't sit here. I talk when I want to. Let me tell you something. Hey, put your money up and shut me down.
I gotta go back to work.
Don't talk. Don't use the word. Shut me down with your cash. Put your money in your mouth and put it out there. But anyway, my point gets the fact here is that
y'all find that
you
shit
cannot
funny,
be
right?
moved by
Got it.
people telling
Okay.
you can't sit somewhere, Dime. You go sit somewhere and somebody tell you can't sit there. What you gonna do? You're not gonna say, "Oh, excuse me, let me regulate myself. I'm gonna move to a place where I should be sitting." This is the problem we have. And B-Ray, your 14-year-old, since he was armed, he should have aired that little place out, that bodega or whatever it was, little store he was in. Okay, but instead he ran. If I'm armed and I'm doing something, I'm gonna air the place out. I'm not gonna play around, run from people, and I got the people with me.
Yeah, I guess you only got to be quiet for certain people.
Yes, ma'am. Certain people. That's right. That's right. No, hey, Dab, I'll yield to you now, Dab. Come on, Dab. Come on, Dab. You can talk. I'm gonna you.
Uncle Bernie, hold on, y'all. Uncle Bernie, they paid $60 to drop you, Uncle Bernie.
Thank you. Yes.
Get your money, Diamond. Get your money. So this is the crazy part. We be the first one to say, I'm not going to go where I'm not wanted. But yet that's not what happened. I don't want help me understand that.
He didn't go where he wasn't wanted. What did Lord Jesus.
There was a group of individuals that said leave.
Tell me, Kill, what you said it on TikTok or?
If a group of individuals asked him to leave, that's saying he's not wanted. So one guy there wanted him there. The other guys did not want him there. The numbers wasn't in his favor. What do you expect? He wasn't wanted there.
Hank, fuck you.
Okay, shout out to you, ma'am.
Talking about
So hold on. Wait. No, Auntie Pearl, hold on. Let him finish. Go ahead, Hank. Let me hear.
There's no need to finish, Diamond. These are the type of parents that Anthony had that didn't teach him how to move and operate and think and regulate. This is it. We're seeing it right now.
Okay, so
we're dealing with.
So what you're saying is teach your children to walk away.
Yes. It takes, look, I know it say, oh, what, he's scared, he's a punk. It take a bigger person to walk away from a situation than to stand there and fight. Because you're going to have to get all the backlash from just walking away. If the numbers are not in your favor, why would you stay there and try to fight? It makes no sense. If it's 3-1, if it's 2-1, and they're that much bigger than you, it makes no sense to try to stay there and try to look tough. You're not going to win this one, dog. Walk away till the numbers are in your favor. Now, if it was 2-1,
presenting none of our favor. We're always outdone. What do you mean? And in this case, he was only 14 years old. How much walking away you think he was actually going to do?
He wasn't 14
like, make it make sense.
About a different
if it was my child,
ma'am.
he walked away so many times. Yeah, you put him up and it's going down.
We're talking about us, ma'am. We're talking about a different conversation.
We're talking about a 14-year-old child. What you talking about, Hank?
I'm talking about the Anthony situation.
A 14-year-old child.
No,
I mean,
Anthony was 17.
No, he wasn't 14. He was 17.
He
You're
was
right.
a teen.
Lack of knowledge. That's okay. That's okay. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Have the conversation.
Hank, let me tell you something.
If I may,
I'm not the type of mother. I am the type of mother that would tell my son to defend himself at all costs. You got me fucked up. You come and you put your hands on my son. He got the right to defend himself no matter what the fuck is going on. I don't give a fuck if he took all of them out of here.
If I may, first of all, good morning, everybody.
So hold on, wait 1 second. So Auntie Pearl, you said you don't give a fuck if he took all of them out of here, right? So hypothetically speaking, you know the world we live in. You know this shit is fucked up. right? So hear me out. So when you say you don't give a fuck, do you give a fuck when they hit him with the chair? Do you give a fuck when they hit him with 100 years? Do you give a fuck when, you know what I'm saying, your son is sitting behind bars because his mom didn't teach him to just you don't have to you don't have to fight every war. You don't got to fight every battle, right? You don't got to fight every battle. Let me just say that. You don't have to fight every battle. Do you give a fuck if your son right now at 17 years old sitting there facing 35 years right now, sitting in a prison, would go from this good humble child, you know, to now because he wasn't walking away doing 35 years, and guess what? You're on a platform. They said Uncle. Okay, wait. Someone's trying to see it. Said Uncle Pearl is just talking out the crack of her ass. Okay, but hear me out. Cause hear me out now. That's somebody else's child. It's not yours, right? So, how would you feel if you got to sit there and watch your child? Remember how the system is. Remember how the system is. Don't forget that. Right? Remember how the system is. And now your baby doing 35 years and this and that. You know, you understand what I'm saying? How would you feel then? Would you feel like you failed as a parent, or would you go to that jailhouse every week and say, son, you did what you were supposed to do?
Diamond, it might go against what a lot of people think, but head up, chest out. I did not birth any of these children in this world to be a punching bag. You don't get to put your hands on my child. You don't.
Okay. I'm listening to you.
So, again, good morning, everybody. You know, we have so many scenarios, right? Just pick one. Stayed, fight, ran away, you know, stood up for his or her rights. I mean, we have so many examples on how somebody could have done something, should have done something.
They agree with Pearl. Okay.
So should have done something, did something, and still the outcome was something else, or somebody still is no longer with us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe in causing the scene. When the numbers are not in your favor, cause a scene, cause attention. You know, let somebody know that you're in distress. Even if you got them hands, even if you, whatever, cause a scene. Like I said, I'm a licensed carrier. Before I pull, I'm going to cause a scene. I'm going to be a damsel in distress. I'm going to scream and holler and all the things. But we need to teach our kids, cause a scene. Bring some attention, get some eyes on you, because as we're seeing right now, even when people are looking at you and they are telling what happened in your situation, it still can be turned around to where now all of a sudden still you're the aggressor.
Abracadabra. Thank you, baby.
You know, you're the one that's at fault. I tagged you into a video, Diamond. I'm not sure if you saw it. I tagged you into it when I posted last night, of a family outside their house having a family get together.
I seen that too, Yoshi.
Damn, minding their black business. A perfect example. Minding their black business.
Yeah, I
tagged
agree with you. We over the years we've seen too many times of walking away, turning your back, leaving the scene, doing all those things.
Listen, this family was outside.
Wait, hold on. So you're talking about when the YT man used his AR-15?
Yes, yes.
Hold on. We was just talking about that, right? We was just talking about that and how the 60-some-year-old veteran was the one that pew-pewed him. Now, they didn't say he was unalive. We was just talking about that.
But the point of that is he got aggravated assault.
He got manslaughter.
Well, if you look at the video, they may have changed it because of outrage.
Nobody unalive, so there would not be manslaughter. Only if somebody unalives would it be manslaughter.
He got aggravated assault. That man got, they talking about intent. They said Carmelo had the intent to cause harm, right? This man is a neighbor, drove through saying racial epithets, got to his house, put on body armor, came back with an AR-47 or whatever the hell the damn thing is, opened up on this family, opened up, and got aggravated assault.
Hey Yoshi, can I say this real quick? I'm about to drop down because I get my babies ready for school. But I wanted to say this: when is enough enough? And we're telling the child to walk away, but yet these adults get away, YT adults get to get away with this type of behavior. Like, make this stuff make sense. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. Like I always put in the comments, because I've been, of course, in cases and heard it all. There's no justice I'm sorry, United States for a BLK person, period. Whether it's a child or an adult. And it's true, but it's sad, but it's true. I'm sorry.
So the answer to that is
real quick,
we gonna get to the
I gotta go
define
back in the office, Josh. Can I say this real quick? Right? Today's the day we stop being hypocritical, right? No matter what we do, we're going down. We know it, right? But I would rather go to court and fight for your freedom than to put you in the grave. No matter what we do, we are going down. So you're going to defend yourself, my son, and you're going to defend yourself every single chance you get. And I will go to court and I will empty my pockets to keep you out of jail, but I don't want to bury you. Those boys surrounded that young man and he defended himself and he got over-sentenced for what happened. And we know it. We can't sit down here and say, hey, man, teach your young boys how to be protectors and all these other things as we sit down and tell them, no, don't protect nobody. Don't even protect yourself. Run. No, protect at all times yourself and the people around you. And that we will deal with getting you lawyers and all these other things and fight for you in court, because you can't fight in court if you're gone. So we need to stop saying this stuff about, oh, just run away, tell them to do this, tell them to do that, da 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 da. No, teach these boys how to be protective and keep themselves secure, and then understand that if you are in the right in defending yourself in that moment, we will do everything we can to fight for you. I've donated over thousands of dollars to that boy's funds to make sure that he has a lawyer for his appeal or whatever else, and we're going to keep fighting for him. But we are not going to tell him to stand there, try to run or whatever else in the rain in Texas at a track meet, being surrounded by 3 boys, 3 times his size, and then say, oh, he's going to run because he didn't stand there and run and keep running and calling a teacher and da 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 da. And we would have been upset if those boys had stumped him until he was unalived, and now he's sitting there burying somebody going, well, the white boys got off. Stop it.
Hold on, Chaotic. 1 second. Before you leave, I want you to drop. Give us the information to donate. What funds did you donate? Was it GoFundMe? Was it a Cash App? What?
I don't have the information on me because I can't get to the phone that has the information on me, but I'll get to you when I get back in the office. You know, I can't really,
I want you
do what
to
I need
jump
to
in the
do
box and
where I'm at.
give us the information for some of those that do want to help. Any little thing helps.
I think it's absolutely
because even yesterday I told y'all. Yes, hold on, I'm not done, y'all. Give me one more second, y'all. Give me one more second, y'all. Because yesterday I told y'all some of these towns that sit down and play this game where they turn around. If you remember with Ahmaud Arbery, because I'm from Georgia and I remember it. It took national news to realize that the original DA who wasn't going to prosecute was the boyfriend of the daddy who did that to Ahmaud Arbery, and they were about to blow it away. What we need to do is we need to empty these towns of black people and let them suffer on their own and get out of this place. Stop telling people, well, don't move because, we need to make it worldwide. No, get out of there. Take their money. Don't give them any more of your property tax, your money, no, nothing. Get out of them towns. Get away from them people because the whole court system is against you. That judge, the doggone daddy, the DA, they all were friends and family hanging out together. They suppressed the videos from the high school kids saying that, it was circumstantial that showed that those boys was beating on Carmelo before he did it. When the appeal comes out, you all are going to see that this shit is twisted. And we got to stop telling our young boys to run from these scenarios. We can give them the best advice we can and say, do the best you can to defend yourself or get away. But the number one answer is we are never going to be right in any of these scenarios. But I would rather go to court and fight for you than to put you in a grave. And I'm done.
If we run, we get hit in the back. If we run, we get chased down.
They surrounded him. They surrounded him and they jumped him and they threw his backpack and his phone. Then he finally get to the backpack. They hemmed him up. And that's just the truth. They hemmed him up.
Let me say this. I read the comments and everybody seems to think that he should have had a certain type of awareness at his age. And you just don't have that at that age. It just doesn't come to you when you are in fight or flight. I've been in that situation. I was bullied. I was 17 years old and I did the same thing he did. The only thing that saved me was the fact that she didn't die. And like Bernie said, I had excellent representation. And so it wasn't that my parents didn't, teach me this, that, and the other. I was in fight or flight. I was 17. Am I grateful that she didn't pass away and I didn't end up locked up for a long time?
Was she black and white? Skid Row, was she black and white?
She was black. She was black. But even when you're in that situation with white people, I've said many times that our family would sue them quickly. So I've never been in a situation I wouldn't defend myself against them either. But you do have to have excellent representation. You have to have people walk through that courtroom that understand that before they get there, those people are trying to figure out how they can cut a deal. That's just the way this world works. But we got to stop treating this child as if he would have the knowledge that we all have now.
I mean, that goes back to what Yoshi said. We used to watch Aubrey Runaway, still got chased down and pew down. We've seen people just standing there minding their business and get attacked. We watched Chud just go and shoot up, pew a person because he said the suit was cute. Like, we watched all of these things happen and we're still telling kids, same kids that y'all was saying yesterday, to react. Now we telling them to walk away. Like, walk away from what? They can't walk away regardless of what they do. It's still gonna happen. Something's gonna happen to them. And for that man to come into them people's private event, minding their business, right after this verdict, that ain't telling y'all they coming for us. He didn't have no care in the world about anybody else on that block. He went in his house, like she said, got suited and booted, and came back out to attack people who had not done anything to them other than being black and having fun. That's it. And he was ready to unalive kids, old women, young people. It didn't matter. And we sit there talking about, well, we should have talked about it as emotional regulation.
Let me say it this way. That YT man pulled out his pew. So the black man that pewed him was it was in self-defense because he pulled out his pew. In the situation with Carmelo, he had a weapon on him, right? And it so it's different for him. But I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, John.
Okay, wait, hold on, Diamond. He didn't have a weapon.
Hold on, be right, Diamond. The situation is very different. We understand it is very different, but y'all keep talking about walking away. Again, like Skid Row said, we're telling a young man, a young boy, to have more regulation.
So Carmelo, he had a knife on him or what?
He had less than 3-inch or something knife to clean his clicks with. It was not meant for assault. First and foremost, it was not meant for assault. And then secondly, when you are trained, or if you have a license, well, shit, some states don't even require a license now. But if you carry, right?
All right. So 1 second. Wait.
He has the right to defend himself.
So wait, we didn't say that. He has a 3-inch,
which is legal in Texas,
right? But he used it in whatever that 3-inch
to defend itself, right? Because
but it still wasn't intent. It wasn't intent. They're saying that he went there to do that. That's what intent means. That he went under that tent to unalive that boy. Are y'all not understanding that part?
Exactly.
That's what he's saying. They're saying His intent that day when he came with that poker was to go under that tent and poke that boy
and cause problems.
And that's not true.
That's their whole entire argument, that he went over there, he was the aggressor. I mean, it's absolutely sick. You know what I'm saying? It really does speak to the mind of some people, to the point where we can both see the same thing, and these mofos will be like, well, it was justified, it was this, it was that. That's the reason why I posted the video, because for some reason people don't know what aggression looks like. For some reason people don't know what intent looks like. It's one thing to sit somewhere and be minding your business, and somebody approaches you in an aggressive manner. Whatever they do, they are the aggressor, and you're defending yourself. I mean, this boy ran and went to a teacher. He didn't run away. He didn't use his tool and then run away off the field. He ran to somebody. You know, which is why I always say you got to make a scene. You know, I mean, I don't listen. I don't like when I hear young people using profane language. I don't like it. You know, I don't like when kids are just speaking so nasty to where it's like, dang, you know, who raised them? But at some point in time, that language is necessary, because when you are using profanity, people start paying attention. Carmelo Anthony should have been talking to them Peckerwoods, as Charles White said, with the most, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that, you know, whatever you say, we in the huddle. No, clown, talk shit. Let somebody hear you. Bring some attention before you are left to defend yourself. At least you'll have more people saying, wait, what's going on? I mean, you know, what happened? I had eyes on it. Because in this situation, people saw it. People saw it. They were literally saying what happened, and it still didn't matter in this case. You know,
I don't know what happened to the video.
People are celebrating this. They're gonna start trucking. They're gonna start trucking with us more. White. The crazy part about this is when things happen to us, we sit and talk about the what ifs, and they should have did this and they should have did that. When things happen to them, they stand 10 toes behind them motherfuckers. I just want listen to us right now. Right now, this little boy is about to lose his life, and all we talking about is the what ifs, and he should have did this and he should have did that. When Chud did what he did, they said, "Here go $1 million."
Yeah,
exactly. And see, this is what I call anti-blackness. This is what I call anti-blackness,
Hey, let me
because
say this right quick.
we're
Y'all been
so
speaking.
hard
Let me
on
say this right
ourselves.
quick. Be right. Let me say this right quick.
Go ahead, Post.
I get tired of black folk. Y'all fall for it every goddamn time. Every time there's an issue with us, y'all are the first ones to be critical of our own behavior. Knowing it's plain as day. The young man was railroaded. If you see this is why y'all be in the comments. I'm like, oh, here go boss man. That's why I'm gonna keep repeating it. Learn history. That was a Jim Crow trial in 2026. They railroaded him. Improper representation. God darn it. They took a self-defense claim and twisted it into a damn case of intent. The prosecutors, that's what their job is to do, is to twist the story to their narrative. He had a horrible lawyer to keep the jury on the right path. And it's plain as day. And y'all sit here being critical of the young man, because it ain't got nothing to do with no age. I know grown people that's when you in fear, you gonna fight. Ain't got nothing to do with his goddamn age. What y'all talking about? And then I'm gonna say this too. To Manza, I understand what you were saying about the criminal system. Yes, you're supposed to be accountable with your acts. But you cannot discount the historical biasness in the justice system. The 1991 Crime Bill Act that the Clintons passed, the punk-ass Clintons passed, was a detriment to the black community. Got done when Obama came to office, they ratified that law, because even in Congress they said it was biased and it was systematically biased towards black people, because there was overcharging black people for the same crime that white people do. So you cannot discount the biasness and the injustice. I understand what you were saying about if you do the crime, you gotta do the time, but there is a bias in sentencing, and there is a systematic pipeline from kindergarten to prison system. It's been documented, the research out here, y'all gotta start researching. I understand everything, but you gotta research too. And yes, I do blame the white man, because they created this goddamn system that be fucking up, and they find it every day. Redlining. All this information that's out here, that's spoke on, is out here, was designed goddamn right out, because at the end of the day, we don't bother them. They bother us. You could be
So
walking down the street. There's some. Let me finish right quick. I stayed with me for a long time. Can I please get it
you had
out?
pause, boss man. Go ahead.
No, I didn't.
I thought you had stopped. Go ahead, boss.
Oh my God, it's the same thing like yesterday. Like, y'all look like the fuss. Can y'all just let me finish? I'm just trying to put out information, and then I let y'all go back to fussing. All I'm saying is, the information is out here about the biasness and injustice. You know? Start looking at this system. It ain't about blaming no white man. They created a racist ass system. And y'all act like y'all want to appease these folks. Goddamn right. Make them uncomfortable. Point out their wrongs. You are doing this to make it be a detriment to this community. Point it out. I don't give a fuck if white folk get uncomfortable, but it's going on. It's the truth. And a lot of y'all black folk come over here and kowtow to them with the degrading of our own, with the breaking down. Oh, you should have acted this way. You should have acted that way. Bullshit. They need to act right and get the right same justice. Know this bullshit.
Okay, all I wanted to say is this, right? we can critique this until the cows come home on what this young man shoulda, coulda done and all of this, right? And we can turn a blind eye to this to just the way this country is set up, and it's not, for us. But I'll say this, right? At what point do we take a stance? Do we just say, let Massa walk away if Massa hit you? Walk away. Just walk away. Walk away if Massa...
You ain't gotta walk away. You don't gotta walk away. He could have. I done seen a couple niggas knock a couple white folks out. He could have knocked their asses out one by one if his daddy taught him how.
But no, wait, hold on, Diamond. So we got to look at the setup. These boys were twice his size, right? He was the stature of how that young Carmelo Anthony was built, as opposed to those boys, those twins. Double his size, right? When we're trained to properly defend ourselves, that we have a right. If it's not equal force, which, like, if he was the same size as the twins, that would have been different.
Every black boys are allowed to be scared too.
That it would have been a difference. But if somebody is twice your size, you have a right. If you feel that they can cause great bodily harm to you, you have a right to defend yourself at all costs. Like, there's no, oh, you can't do this. You got to defend yourself with your fist. You can't. It's only with equal force. That was not equal force between him and those boys.
I wonder, was he sitting in a fold-up chair?
But it was.
I said, Diamond, please tell me I'm joking. I know one thing. I'm not telling you. Listen. Tell me you joking. I know one thing. I'm finna post this link. And everybody that feel like this and that and the third, I hope y'all donate. I hope y'all help the family.
So it's a tent over the bleachers. Gotcha. Okay.
And this young boy had epilepsy as well.
Thank you.
One major blow could have
Thank y'all to the ones that are going to donate, because I know some of them are just talking. Some of them are just talking just to hear themselves talk, or whatever the case may be. Some of them are going to donate and some of them are not. I know that because but a lot of y'all are saying certain things. And if it was one of y'all children or one of y'all kids, how would y'all have handled it, or what y'all would have told y'all child?
That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. It could be.
Some of y'all, yes, say, but some black boys are scared too. Yeah, I say put their asses in something where they can defend themselves. We need to see more, but don't.
Diamond, this young boy had epilepsy. One major blow could have taken him out. With the size of this boy had epilepsy. Come on, what are we talking about? One major blow could have taken him out.
I didn't know he had epilepsy till right now. I didn't heard nothing about no disabilities or anything like that until right now. V-Ray.
Okay,
Okay, well he did, Diamond. He had epilepsy.
Contact sport though. Yet that didn't stop him from playing a contact sport.
So that mean he tough because he play a contact sport. That mean he can fight.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Morning.
See, this is the dynamic. Y'all keep acting like it was a one-on-one. It wasn't one-on-one.
We know it wasn't one-on-one. He was
Okay, so if it's not
What is the
one-on-one,
link
what
for?
makes you
What is
think
the
he
link
was?
for? The lady said, "What is the link for?" To his parents are receiving threats. Okay, his parents are receiving threats. They need to get him a new lawyer for appeal, and this is going to be a long fight. So they need all the donations they can get, right? Because this is going to be a long fight, and y'all do know when it comes to the YT, this is what they want. They money talk.
I thought this was track and field. Is
Money
it
talk.
football?
Be right.
No, he did. It
Be
was
right.
track and field, but
Why the hell
B-Ray,
you just be making up
he
shit?
did play football.
He had
B-Ray.
epilepsy. That boy, don't discount me. Go research it before you discount it and put out
Ain't nobody
misinformation.
said shit about that boy having
Okay,
epilepsy as long as this
Yes,
shit been
he
going
has
on.
Someone said the
epilepsy.
CA and said Pearl, Dad, B-Ray, dig in them persons and donate.
Hey, real quick. So it's in Give, Send, Go under his name.
Y'all because y'all donut, y'all give a fuck.
Did you hear? Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
It's
you.
inside. It's inside of Go. Give, Send, Go under his name. And for the clown who said I was lying, my wife pays all my bills. I don't know. I had to ask her and get it off of her computer. Just so you know, it's inside of Go. Give, Send, Go under his name, and the money goes towards the family's expenses and the lawyers. Y'all be good.
Yeah. Gifts and go. Gifts and go, Carmelo Anthony. They pop right up. I ain't even had to put all that in there.
Hey, be right.
Getting
Can you
hit
show
in the
us
head
where
with a
the family
helmet
said he got
versus
epilepsy?
getting hit in. Go research that boy. I don't even talk to you. Leave me alone. You call me a bitch. Leave me alone. That boy. Leave me
I
the
ain't
fuck
call you no
alone. I
bitch.
don't
Oh
even
yeah, I
do
did. Yeah, I did.
like
Yeah, I did. I did call you a bitch.
don't engage
They
with me.
said, hold
Please
on.
don't engage
They
with me. I
said
don't
the Gifts
respect you.
and go. Hold on. Gifts and go shut the Carmelo. They shut it down. They said they shut it down.
Crazy.
They probably shut it down because he was convicted. I told you the last time these athletes y'all be giving this money to, if they are convicted or if they are considered to be the aggressor, they will take their account down like they did the last time when he did the GoFundMe account. When it's first cut out.
So when they take the account down, do they send the people back their money?
Yeah, they refund the
They
people.
got refund. So y'all gonna have to find another
So they
one.
need to find. So somebody need to find. I don't like going through these.
That's why when Chud built his Chud's $1 million he got was not on GoFundMe.
I think the family needs to be. I think the family. To me, my opinion. I think they need to find a way where it could go directly to their accounts. Instead of going through these people right here, because the white folks is in control and they can shut shit down. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. But at least, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the CAs or the Zelle, like that. Because I don't.
I agree with you, Diamond. They're gonna have to find a personal way to do it because they're not gonna let it. GoFundMe ain't gonna let them do it. None of these apps that we use to
They're gonna have to put it on his books. They're gonna have to put it. You gotta put
His
it.
book,
Don't
his
put. You gotta
book
put it
link
on his
is
books.
already on Twitter.
Don't
The
do
link
Cash
is
App.
on Twitter, or you can put money on his book.
You
His
can't
books.
Yeah.
They're gonna have him get a lawyer.
When they put the money on his books, that can't that they still the white folks are still in control.
That's
So
true.
two things. Two things. Man in class called me and said, because he couldn't come on panel, he said that, we have to also understand that they try things by case law as well. So they will use this case in another situation against another one of our babies, right? To get the same outcome. So it's not like, okay, this happened and each individual situation is just different. No, they use when they get away with shit like this, they use it against another child, another situation to set a precedence. That's what he said. The second thing is when we're talking about stuff like this, unfortunately, well, the fortunate thing is we use social media for this purpose, right? But when we use social media for this purpose, we have nothing that we can use to strategize for amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it's kind of like giving the enemy the heads up of everything we thinking, what we doing, how we moving. It's like, I mean, what can we do, really?
Yoshi,
Hey, they want to know why Man the Clan is calling you Yoshi, and you married.
Because
they say you a married woman. They want to know.
They been told y'all they know.
because we're friends in real life. I know him personally. We're friends in real life. So he calls me personally.
Oh, he wasn't marriage material?
I'm sorry?
He wasn't marriage material?
I'm sure he was to the people he married.
oh, he married
I wasn't
too?
married to him. I mean, I can't answer that question. To the people he married, yes. I wasn't married to him. No. Y'all messy.
Women can't be
Damn.
Boy was the priest.
And I met Man in Class before I got married. We were friends. We've been friends for years.
You met him before you got married, so he wasn't marriage material.
No, I met him years ago.
Not too much on Yoshi.
Man the Class, she called you ugly, dog. She said you got a face only your mother could love, but not her.
Yoshi,
I never said that.
What you was saying, they missed the whole message. What you was saying, all you can hear in the promise was he called you. Man, the Class called you.
No,
y'all
Man the Class, how you let Yoshi slip through your fingers like that, bro?
Yoshi fine though, man.
Time is everything. That's all.
He knew you and still went to the white man. Boy, I tell you the truth, boy.
Okay. Can we get back on topic, please?
Can I be
y'all can't be mad that white man stepped up and did some things y'all ain't gonna do.
Hello.
Damn, Man the Class, I wouldn't take that shit if I was you, bro. I wouldn't take that if I was.
Interrupting the conversation with your fuck shit when we talking about black shit. Cause you voted for that white man and you ran yesterday. So you gonna come up here and fuck up the conversation?
No, seriously, I had a meeting with my supervisor. We have a safety briefing like every other week in the mornings.
I ain't on bullshit. That boy on
yesterday
bullshit.
It was on. Yesterday it was on heat stroke. That's what y'all need to be talking about, goddamn.
His daddy, but then you want to come up here and make jokes in front of what we talking about some real shit.
No. Cause what y'all gonna do? Diamond posted the link. Not Man the Class. Chaotic gave y'all the link. Put your motherfucking money where your mouth is. Either that or teach your goddamn kids how to fight with their goddamn hands. B-Ray talking about, they was big. They was like twice his size. So fuck what? You know big niggas fall too.
Well,
right,
water.
Lynette, you ain't right, Lynette.
Oh my God.
As a man, we all
why was he talking to her?
As a man, we know what's up.
As a man, what's up? What's up?
If two men was approaching, wait, hold on, he talking about fighting. That boy I'm gonna call Cap. If that boy was approached by two grown men at his age now, coming to approach him to knock the shit out of him, he would be the first one to try to go pull something. So shut the fuck up, that boy.
Hey.
I'm calling.
I told y'all what I do. I'm gonna throw my hands up and I'm gonna say I don't want to fight. I'm gonna let you get 6 good licks in.
You would go pull out your
rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
I'm calling Cap.
I already told y'all. I paid way too much money for all this shit I got.
You was a full fraud.
Hell.
You was a whole fraud around this
we know you gonna do the bending. That boy, we know when it comes to them folks, you gonna definitely do the bending. We know.
Oh my God, Dad, please, sweet. Hey, you know what's crazy, B-Ray and y'all? They rather another Emmett Till than Austin. They would rather another Emmett Till. They would rather somebody to bend their knees. They would rather that. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all would rather this boy be a victim than a hero.
And speaking of Emmett Till, to be honest with you, I'm mad with his uncle. We look at this. I'm mad with his uncle. What you mean? Some YT people come to your door and ask for your nephew, and you gave him up? What kind of puss ass shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you really look at the situation, look at the case, throughout history, white people knew exactly who they could fuck with. I don't give a fuck where you at, where you been, what town. So white people
That
knew
is true.
what families to fuck with.
So
You know what I'm
That is
saying?
somebody in
true.
the comments said, so y'all going to pew pew, but a child should have fought
Oh,
away
there's
or
my
walked
boo.
away.
Hi,
Like
It's
Keith.
a
every day y'all
it's a
every
difference
day
though,
y'all
Dad.
grown men up here. Every day y'all grown men sit down so
Did y'all also
threats
hear
to each
that
other.
the prison that
Y'all
he
grown
going
men
to,
keep
the
y'all still
prison that he
talking.
going to,
But
that
why
that the uncle, I'm sorry, baby, that the
Figure it out. Come on, figure this shit out.
What'd you say, Keith?
Oh, Keith, we was trying to hear you, Keith. I'm
the
mute.
prison that
yeah, they
he's
was
going
trying to hear you,
to,
they don't want to hear me.
the warden of the prison that he's going to is the uncle to the his last name is Metcalf.
Yeah, he
The
I
spelled
know
warden
you
to
lying.
the
I
prison
know
that he's
you
going to.
lying, Keith.
no.
I know you
Yes.
lying.
That's what they
Yeah, the
say.
dad
They say
know
right
This
here.
is
all of them
nefarious.
folks.
So when y'all talk about Emmett Till stuff, I'm afraid that may happen to him in prison.
Oh no, that boy
And if
protected.
them black men in prison
These
allow
people
that shit
don't
to happen
think.
to that
Like,
man,
let me tell y'all this: we are
Protected by that boy.
human.
That boy,
Listen,
who is
we are
he?
dealing
That boy,
with
who is
demons
he
and
protected by?
humanoids.
That boy, who is he
That boy,
protected by?
who was he protected by, that boy?
He going to prison. The man is protected by all them black gangs in prison. Trust me,
That black
Carmelo
gangs ain't
Anthony
got shit on
is
no
gonna be
warden.
protected in
He
them
is not
motherfuckers.
with the
The
public.
black
He
gangs
is
do
Name
not
not
two
with
have
the
black
on no
public.
gangs.
warden
Hey,
or no
play with
CEO.
that
He's
shit if y'all
not
want
with
to.
the
I'm trying to tell
public
you, that man
population.
protected.
That man,
He's not.
You
them
can't
people
take somebody serious that
why every
you
time I
can't take
start talking?
somebody serious that his whole life is to be white. Like that boy, his whole thing is to be white adjacent. He got a white wife. He voted for a white man. He just is everything about being
Don't forget
white
about my
adjacent
dog. My dog light skin too.
to
But
him.
so,
I can't take that serious. Only thing I'm
but
saying,
like
I'm
you
talking
just
about.
said,
Listen, and all your whiteness. I'm tired, and the white men that you was sleeping with the white wives. I don't have time.
so
Only
you
thing I'm
just said
saying
that
is
the
this,
black
we are dealing with demons.
oh god.
We are dealing with demons and humanoids. Sorry, I'm probably breaking.
Yeah, Keith, you gotta you breaking
We
up.
are dealing with
But
demons and humanoids.
okay, so
All right,
Like me, Keith.
wait. Hold
Talking
on
about
1 second.
demons and humanoids, Keith. You sound like me.
y'all ain't no point in me talking.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm just saying that we are dealing with demons and humanoids.
Hold on
Like
one
they are
second.
not.
Let me read this. Instagram, CA. Good morning, Diamond. First, let me say I am praying for this boy. His journey is going to be long and hard. I'm tired of these crying warriors on the panel. He made a horrible mistake. But I think he should have been charged with manslaughter and found guilty on that. In my profession, I see victims of pew pew poking and brutal assaults. And a lot of them end up with a person being unalived. It just seems like there is a lot of outrage when it's a person of different color. I would take these discussions seriously if we talk about the senseless violence in the community every day. I can tell you about several cases right now where a Black youth took the life of another Black youth, but we don't discuss that.
That boy,
I like the way you read that, Diamond.
Diamond, you are
See,
dummy.
look at. Immediately they want to jump on me. Y'all don't want to address what the fuck I just said. but
No,
y'all
I
want to
was
jump
talking
on
about
me.
what you just
See,
said.
y'all
I
ain't
get
ready
so
for that
sick and tired of that
conversation.
bullshit. Crime is
Y'all
We
ain't
had
ready
this
for that
proximity.
conversation the
conversation.
other day, and we
Why
were
can't we
called
understand that crime
anti-black.
is
We were
proximity?
called anti-black because we were holding our community
Oh, now it's
accountable, and we were
anti-black.
called anti-black. So we do have these discussions, okay?
Boy, I tell you,
So
y'all
that
want
But
to jump
boy,
crime
on
is
me, but don't want to
proximity.
talk
I
about what
can't
the
stand
cash
when
out
people try to
just
come.
said.
that
There's no
boy,
such
you
thing
was
as
just,
black on black
boy,
crime.
you
There's
was
no
just
such thing as
saying,
Oh,
black on
Lord.
black crime.
that
There's
Let
boy,
me
no
you
guess,
such
it
was
thing.
don't
just saying,
exist
Crime
now,
happens.
right?
Crime happens in every neighborhood, to every type of people, everywhere around the fucking world. This black on black crime trope and bullshit lets me know that whoever said it don't fucking think. I'm so sick and tired of when black people. Crime is proximity. You
Yes,
commit crime
proximity.
to those who you are around. And when we
That's a
talk
fact.
about who's unaliving who, it ain't us going over there attacking YT people or accosting YT people. Not that it doesn't happen, but when you want to look at the fucking numbers, we ain't out here being the aggressor. We know how to mind our fucking business and do what we do. Even if there's crime in our community, that's the first thing they want to sit and point at. Every time something happens, oh, in Chicago, as if them motherfucking people don't commit crimes.
shit,
Ain't
they,
doing every hellish thing.
You
Get
just
out of
sound
here.
indoctrinated, that boy. It's
uh,
indoctrination. This
so
is a
that boy,
society created by a white tea supremacy. So if you bringing up proximity, you are indoctrinated like a motherfucker. And it is what it is. They should have charged him with manslaughter at best. For real. And it was defense. No tea, no
Hold on
shade.
1 second. Wait. 1 second.
That's not how.
That boy, do you feel like you should send his parents a donation?
that you said donation and he ran.
Damn. It be your own people, boy.
May I ask a question?
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, legally, that's not how intent works, right? The fact that he went to the tent with a knife is not just the point of intent. That's not the point of intent. The point of intent that they're going off of is him being told to leave, and then him saying, if you put your hands on me, watch what happens. Y'all do know that premeditation doesn't have to be you just taking a weapon with you. Premeditation can be, they can charge you with premeditation with just 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be a long, thought out, drawn out plan. It doesn't have to be that. I know that's what we think when we hear about intent, but that's not the legal stance of intent. Intent can mean a whole bunch of things.
Who told him to leave? Another child?
May I ask a question?
The teacher wasn't even the track wasn't, he wasn't even aware of what was going on. They say
another child told him to leave.
They said that one of the kids distracted the coach from what was going on. Another kid distracted the coach from what was going on.
Right, but Keith is saying he was asked to leave. By whom? It's what I'm saying. Another child? Another peer?
No, Keith is right. Intent doesn't matter in court.
Right
That's
there,
a good
but
point.
what happens
Intent
with
doesn't
that?
matter in court. That's
what
a
they do
good
with that
point.
legally? This is what they're going to do with that legally. They're going to say he had a chance to retreat and he didn't retreat. I'm not saying that it's right, y'all. I'm not saying that.
But
This
he
is the
coulda
right
left.
thing, and this it's a fucked up system. We know this, but we already know that they're going to use everything against us. Everything.
So he already lost. He
So let me ask y'all a question.
Before he walked into that fucking court.
Somebody about to drop me, Diamond. Somebody about to drop me because they mad because what I said. But Keith ain't wrong.
Oh, they not gonna drop you. We donating the money to the family. Go ahead.
May I ask a question? First of all, I don't think he did anything wrong. If it was my niece or brother, I would have said knock their ass clean the fuck out, because I'm not understanding how a group of people who have a history of bullying and other witnesses testified that they have been bullying them, as well as what happened in that environment where these people started with that young man and he's being charged. Anyways, I have a question for that boy, because you guys love to talk about black on black crime. Can you give me a time?
Right, so hold on 1 second. We got to update. Carmelo Anthony's $625K crowdfunding page was yanked by the Go Single after the murder conviction. So Chaotic, give it some time. Give it some time. You will receive your refund. You have not probably. It's going to take a minute, but give it some time. You will receive your refund. They say.
Did they do it for that white lady who called that child a racial slur? Did they take her money back?
Yeah, a black woman stopped that shit.
Listen, no, they didn't. We live in a white man's world. I'm trying to. Do you remember or no? Did you miss the memo?
For that white woman who called that child an N-word, a black woman found where that money was going, and she reported that and got that shit stopped. That was a big deal.
They're not using the things that we're using to get the money that they're getting. They're not using that shit.
Alexa, play Tupac's White Man's World.
That's what it is. And okay, so I want to. Can I say something real quick? I just want to say something real quick.
Can I finish asking my question?
When it comes to intent, I've been in court 5 times, actually 6 times within the last month. When it comes to intent does not matter. Facts matter. And Keith is absolutely right. The fact of the matter is he could have left. But the fact of the matter is they also were the aggressors, and they had just previously assaulted their father. They are menaces to society. No tea, no shade. And so you get what I'm saying? Like, he was gonna lose anyway because he was black. But the fact of the matter is
but Chaotic said if this would have happened in Atlanta or or Philly, this wouldn't have happened to him.
That's a fact. He would have had a better chance. And somebody else said he didn't have had nobody of his peers. They were like all white and Asian.
And he just named blue cities. So that's my point. Stop trying to be around these people. Leave. Move to a blue place. Move to a place that's heavily populated by black people. Why are you trying to like we found out we feel like it's a badge of honor to be around the white tea people. I moved to the white tea neighborhood because it's safe. I moved to the white tea neighborhood because it's better schools because I got my kids in the white and they the only ones in the school. Like that's fucked up.
When I say that shit, y'all tell me I'm complaining and I'm being negative. Fuck that.
Y'all can move. Hold on, y'all in Atlanta. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, in Atlanta, there are a lot of uppity black places y'all can move in.
Absolutely.
Uppity black areas where y'all ain't gonna they ain't smoking trees outside. You know what I'm saying? And the music ain't being loud and people hanging on the corners and stuff and this and that and the third. Like it's a lot of uppity black areas in Atlanta. It is.
I just wanted to finish answering. I just wanted to finish asking my question because I do know that a lot of people were talking about black on black crime. The person who stated about the black on black crime, can you give me a time or a case where a black person was unalived another black person?
I thought y'all were full. We are full. We are full. The more people come, we are full. But fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If Atlanta, if y'all feel like Atlanta is a safe space for us, fuck it, come. And we're going to make it do what it do.
I'm sorry, I thought you was done.
No, you're fine. So I just wanted to know, can you please provide me a time or a case where another black person unalive another black person and we had the justice system like Emmett Till, the other situation that happened with the other 5 boys, I believe, or a situation that happened like this, or the Mr. Child situation, or any situation where the justice system was used against them to the point where they're trying to give this young boy 34 years?
Thank you.
The first time?
Thank you. He's underage. They're charging him like an adult.
Hold on 1 second. Cash Dior, baby. Send me a message on Instagram. I didn't know you was here, babe. Send me a message on Instagram. Y'all go ahead. Sorry.
In Texas, you are an adult at 17.
That is crazy, husband. Hey, and I want y'all to know, Keith is my husband.
It's like that in the United States. But QL, to your question, the person who asked the question was in a CA, so the person who said they can't give you an answer because that was a CA.
Okay, can I say this? They clearly wanted to send us a message. how do y'all view how fast this thing went with the deliberation and then the sentencing the same day? Like, everything went so fast, and they gave that boy 35 years. They didn't even deliberate for I don't even want to say, because they had a questionnaire to do. Wait, not even 3 hours, because a part of that 3 hours was a questionnaire that they had to complete. So
they deliberated for 3 hours.
But hear me out. It included everything. The questionnaire and the deliberation was a total of 3 hours. So if you take away the time that they had to do for the questionnaire, how much time did they even deliberate on this young man's case? Young boy's case?
3 hours. They said 3 hours.
Do y'all understand? There was a time that had to be taken for the questionnaire. So my point is, it was even less than 3 hours, because the questionnaire had to be done during that time as well. My whole point is this: they did the deliberation in such a small span of time, and the sentencing on the same day. They clearly wanted to send us a message.
It was biased, and we all know it was biased because he didn't even have anybody of his peers. He didn't have anybody. If it's all white tea and Asians, and we no tea, no shade, the Asians is not on our side. And then they had, I heard it through the grapevine. I'm old school. I heard they had like 3 educators that were black, and they said they would have too much empathy, or what. It could be wrong. Either way, the fact of the matter is, he didn't have nobody that was a peer. So how is this even non-biased? As a jury, you have to be non-biased. What?
Charleston White got a video right now, Diamond, where Charleston White is.
What makes y'all think as a jury you gotta be non-biased? Tell me that.
You don't. You can say you're non-biased, but
who came up with that law?
Oh, okay. Well,
you can say you're non-biased, but most of them.
In a case this big,
I know if I was on that case, if I was the jury on that case, not guilty. You're not gonna be able to sway me.
In the case this big, it's going to be hard to find someone unbiased.
That's the qualifications. What you mean, Diamond? That's the qualifications. I just said who made the rules? Who made the rules? Since y'all believe in the motherfuckers.
The YT man.
Listen, I got up there and said, I can't stand black people.
Since y'all believe in the motherfucking rules so damn bad.
I'm like, not guilty.
Who made the rules? Since y'all believe in them so goddamn much.
The YT man.
Ain't that about a bitch? Because you got to.
But again, he was railroad because it should have never been held in that county at all. It should have never been held there, because you cannot say that them people was not going to be biased, that somebody of their peer was unalive in that very community, and you going to say they not going to be biased?
So,
especially if they're white.
I would like to ask a question respectfully, if I could.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
I'm trying to understand something. I don't know all about the law, but something just keeps coming back to me. When I have seen cases, and I know we say it's different for white and black, but just hear me out for a second. I don't understand why the young man has to go to jail now, because even at the time that the guilty verdict is given out, doesn't his lawyer have the option to file for like some sort of extension, some sort of bail, so that he can stay out while they appeal the case? Isn't that supposed to be a part of the process? Because I see people,
no.
Somebody in the comments said they expedited his transfer to prison.
A lot of times, Jordan's mom, they like if you have a federal case, you can sit out, but on a state case, you're reprimanded immediately. Immediately on a state case, they taking you right that moment they say you guilty. You could have been out on bail the entire time. The moment they say you guilty, they're taking you in, and then you could do your appeals while you are incarcerated. But for a federal case, you might get sit out, or you have like a date to where you have to turn yourself in.
Thank you. I have one more question, if I could. Just one more question. If that's the case, if the difference is that it's state versus federal,
Does anybody know? Was there a motion made to put in protective custody? What were the motions that were made? That's the part that I'm not hearing.
Well, somebody in the comments said that he is in not lockup, but like he's in a separate area. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Like,
he's in PC protective custody.
yeah.
I sound ghetto. Let me shut up.
Hey y'all, let me squeeze in here. Good morning, Queen. How you doing? And hey to the audience that fucks with me. But
Let me ask you a question. Who is he in protective custody from? Because them black men in that prison gonna protect them. It's the COs and the police. It's the
Clock
ones
it.
that's gonna fuck with him.
And if
Yeah, but who
Block
they
it,
can't
Diamond.
they can't protect him. They can't protect him from the warden if the warden is his family.
why does he
The
need
warden
protective
is his
custody?
family.
Wait, why does he need protective custody when he already known to go ahead and jug you 1 or 2 good times? He don't need protective custody.
What?
He's not a
we're
victim.
talking about our boy, hold on. 'Cause
Shut up.
sometimes some things aren't funny. Hold on, we're talking about our sons here. That some shit ain't funny.
So
So
who
the
laughing?
reason that I asked the question is because we're talking about appeals. So if these things are standard things that should have been done and they weren't done, then can't one of the tentacles for his appeal be a substandard counsel?
So
He
good morning, Queen.
okay.
Hey, how
Hey,
y'all
Manny.
doing? Again, for those who F with me. So I just want to say this, and I've said this previous time. Why do we always play in the back? Okay, now we want to protest, we want to talk, we want to scream, holler, all this. We knew about this case beforehand. We didn't do none of this screaming and hollering then to ensure that he was going to have a fair trial. So I'm hoping the next time we do hear about some child doing something beforehand, we actually utilize this energy to ensure that they have a fair trial. Toodles.
Doing the howling and from the beginning.
Manny Wiley.
Just because we haven't talked about it over here, does not people have not been hooting and hollering and putting
Now,
up a
Manny
fight
said what
from the
he
beginning.
said.
'Cause
Manny
they
said
definitely
what he
have.
said.
Manny,
Manny
come
said what he
back.
said, and y'all ain't got a problem. Y'all think it's funny. But when somebody else say it, it's a problem.
But people definitely been hooting and hollering and putting up a fight from the beginning. Maybe because it wasn't talked about over here on a daily, but it was been talked about in putting up a fight since it
Two
happened.
things can be true at the same time. Not enough people is fighting for it, and not enough people is not fighting for it. So 2 things can be true at the same time, and people don't even know. You don't even need a degree to be on Congress, city council. You don't need a degree, so you can be changing laws. People don't know that, but Manny is right, but Manny's wrong at the same time. People just don't know. They might be slow. I don't know.
Do I need to ask the question again? Because I'm really interested in the answer.
Your question was in regards to whether or not he was
I'm
able
happy to
to
repeat it. I'm happy to repeat
stay
it.
stay out of jail as
No, they
his
said
case is being
something about
appealed.
she said about protective custody or like to
No,
make
ma'am.
sure that he
I'm here. I can.
Okay, so y'all, hold on 1 second. Let me read this. CA. CA said, Diamond, put my name on the last Instagram. This is Chief Dez. I have saved more lives in Philly than a lot of people can talk about. I'm in my 23 years on the fire department. So when I sent that Instagram, I'm speaking from experience, not emotions. I will welcome any of you guys to come do a ride along with me so you can witness it. After a while, you would get tired of the crying and just get angry. Go ahead, y'all.
First of all, you bum bitch. You in Philadelphia. You in Philadelphia. The whole fucking city is black. Do not compare Philadelphia to other fucking cities. Yes, you're going to see more black
The
people
city
doing
not black
things.
in Philly, baby. I'm from Philly. The city not black,
Well,
baby.
my family's from Philly and from Camden. You know what I'm saying?
That city is not black, baby.
No, what, Philadelphia? Every time I go, I see nothing but black people.
No,
Like,
baby.
of course, there's white people there, but
you gotta go to South Philly, and you gotta go to Northeast, and you gotta go to it's other areas.
When I'm at Reading Circle or Reading whatever that place is called, it's
Reading
black
Terminal.
people. Reading Terminal, yes. When I'm at Reading Terminal, it's black people. When I'm there, my brother was a police officer.
But listen, I know you got family in Philly. I'm from Philly, Chestnut Hill. You got Fishtown, Northeast. You got South Philly alone. If you go to South Philly, that's Italians and Irish.
I know that, Keith. What I'm saying is there's a lot of black people. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot more black people than in that area where we're talking about Carmelo Anthony was in. It's a lot more black people. And depending on where he works as a fireman, he's going to see a lot of black people. My brother was a police officer who died of COVID back in 2020. Okay. And the thing about it is where he worked, it was a lot of black people. So if you're working in an area where there's predominantly black folks, that's what you're going to see, brother. So what are we talking about?
Can I please say something? Because I was trying to respond to.
I'm sorry. Hold on, wait 1 second. Hold on, wait 1 second. They paid me to play this video. Hold on, wait 1 second.
Rep Crockett, you might have seen that Carmelo Anthony was sentenced for 35 years. I want to get your reaction to the trial and the verdict.
My heart breaks for so many reasons. And so I was just speaking to a student that is shadowing me who wants to be a public defender. And so it takes me back to what actually made me decide to get into this legislative work in the first place, because I know that our systems are broken. And what we saw with that verdict is the evidence of a broken system. Now listen, from everything that I understand, which I wasn't at the trial because obviously I got a day job, but it's my understanding that Carmelo ended up stabbing, puncturing, I don't know what this tool was that they talk about, knife, or some refer to it as a tool. He ended up hitting Austin one time, and it was about where he hit him. One time, 2 inches. This wasn't someone who said, hey, let me stab you 5, 6, 7 times. And so when you're looking at the punishment range, there's a reason in Texas that it goes from 5 to 99 or life, because you were looking at how intentional, like how bad was this? 35 years for a kid who had decided to go under a tent that was not his team's tent as it was raining, and simply didn't want to be put out in the rain by some random kid that he didn't know who was larger than him. Listen, a lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but just like you can give the benefit of the doubt to so many police officers when they go out and they shoot some black unarmed person, even though they are trained, the fact that there was little to no mercy seen or humanity seen when this black boy said that I was scared, or the fact that honestly anybody else who did something with such a small object, all I know is that it wasn't considered unlawful carrying of a weapon because the blade was not long enough, that they wouldn't even say, well, maybe this was more so something that looked like manslaughter.
Well, some people might say, why are you even bringing a knife like that to a track meet?
Yeah, people may say that, but walk a day in my shoes and then respond. Because we as black folks say, why is it that people need long-armed guns when we are going out and having a First Amendment protest? But people say that's their right. They are allowed to do that. And again, it wasn't against the law for him to have it. It may have been prohibited by school rules, which he wasn't at his school at the time. But it definitely was not against the law.
So you think race played a role in the verdict?
Oh my God. I know Collin County. So absolutely. Collin County is right north of Dallas County. And I can tell you that I have had cases that I felt like played out differently because of the counties that they were in. And unfortunately, that was not the county for a black boy.
Rep Crockett, you might have seen.
All right, y'all. They paid me to play the video. Go ahead, y'all.
What she said. She's not wrong. She not wrong.
Right. Can I say something? I've been patiently waiting.
I'll be quiet. I'm sorry.
And the fact that it's actually the wrong county, you got to watch a lot of these Charleston White videos, because he feels that even though they blundered the case, it's in his behalf because the appeal is going to work in his favor. He actually doing a fundraising on his own. He put $75,000 of his own money up on the 150 appeal bond. I've been watching him all day yesterday, and then I ran across.
He say he's trying to raise $1 million.
He ain't trying to raise $1 million. So I ran across this lady, and she was breaking down another similar case of a little white kid, Casey Allison, who actually was in class and went to the bathroom and poked up somebody. And they tried to give him negligent homicide, Diamond, which carried probation to 2 years. And the judge stepped in and called it aggravated and made it 10 years. So here's somebody that deliberately poked somebody, you know, and he only was going to get 2 years. But then they enhanced it to 10, and now he gets 35. So this was an attorney down there. So it had me to thinking. And I'm like, well, why would they try to use a YT attorney? That's where they dropped the ball. Because like the lady said, we know the odds against you in a white county like Collin, but, you know, it's a plethora of black attorneys. And so she mentioned one. She said, like, Corbett and Corbett. So I looked up Corbett and Corbett. Corbett and Corbett is a daddy-daughter duo. The daddy is a criminal defense attorney, and the daughter fights for social justice. And they in the Dallas area too. So I don't know what made them want to get a white attorney like that. That's what threw me off. And then the case was only 8 days for $400,000. They could have put together an OJ Dream Team. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong.
You know, and so, you know, it's a sad a travesty, you know what I mean? But, you know, like I say, the system is working the way it's intended, you know? Just like Jasmine Crockett just said, walk a day in our shoes. I mean, the system is like bleach, like I be saying. It works perfectly for whites and bad on colors. And so that's what we gotta ingest here. So that's when I be speaking the way I speak. I love my black people, and y'all are free to do whatever. I'm just saying it hasn't got us nowhere, that route. So we just gotta, we gotta regroup and think this thing through, because a lot of times when people point to the black on black stuff and it's coming from our own people, we're not saying that to negate what they're doing to us, but we're just saying if we treated life better and more precious, then they wouldn't have the unmitigated gall to think that it's okay to try to unalive one of us. Like, and this happened on my birthday. This popped up on my timeline. May 27th, Diamond, a young man, they called the police on him down there in Georgia where you at for shoplifting. And then the police came, he trying to run away, and they pew-pewed him in the back. His name is Cortez Eatman. So, you know, like, it's all over the place, man. It's all over the place. May 27th, down in Georgia. You know what I mean? And then you got the young lady, Juliana Enzita, swinging in the wind in front of the church in North Carolina. We ain't gave that no coverage. She was 16 years old, open and shut case. They say they called it Suey. Talking about she sued herself. You know, 16 years old, beautiful little girl, man. And they talking about she unalived herself. Open and shut case. So I don't know, man.
I think what Jasmine Crockett did was absolutely beautiful.
With child crimes, where's the smoke? Because you don't see a child crime. I ain't gonna say what it is. You don't see them getting 35 years. They get out in 15 years and do it again.
Of course not. Again, we know the system is crooked, but what Jasmine did was absolutely gorgeous. Why? Because when she was talking, I was like, she's absolutely right. We have police officers that are trained to do all the things, and their defense, 9 times out of 10, when it comes to us, was I was afraid. I didn't know what he had. I responded. I reacted. Split second situation. So how is it that you are trained to be able to respond and act in a situation where where things may not be level according to them, and they get off? But here is a child in a split second situation, literally being beat down by more than one child. 2 of them twice his size, and all of a sudden the intent is he was, trying to start trouble, or the situation was intentional.
I mean, you cannot put a professional in there who is trained, you all. Like a police officer, they are trained. Even though they don't get it right, they are trained and all those things versus a citizen.
That's the point. They're trained. How is it that you can unalive? How is it that you can pew a black man who is unarmed?
That's how most professionals get away with the things they do. That's how most professionals.
That's one of the reasons right there why I refuse to be a police officer, because of that. Because I know I gotta treat my people a certain way. Boy, y'all full of shit.
Hey, can I ask anybody, do anybody have a video on Carmelo Anthony's parents respond to the outcome of the trial? Because from what I'm hearing, they regretted this attorney did. that they end
Why
up
would
getting.
you want to hear that then if they
No,
were
here
great?
because it brings context to like not where their mind frame is now. I know they've already filed the appeal, but what I'm saying is,
No, V. Ray, Charleston White said he gonna get them at a black church with a black pastor to make sure they ask the right questions. He's setting up an interview. Charleston White said he's setting up because he been working with him since he say day one, no, day 5. But he say he been working with him since day 5.
He say he close with the family.
He's very close with the family, and he's setting up an interview.
Well, hold on, real quick, Potts. Why wouldn't we want to hear the parents' response, Manny? Why wouldn't we want to hear?
I got the parents' response. Hold on,
yeah, we want to hear that.
All that
Can I
beautiful
ask you a
baby
question?
footage.
Ephraim, can I ask you a question? Charleston White said something about black people failed him. I didn't get to see the response. What did he mean by that?
Basically, I didn't get to see the response either. I didn't get to see the response.
What was his response? You said he was watching them all day. What was his
Yeah, I ain't
response?
seen that response because that video stops right there where he said he started saying something else.
But you gotta ask yourself. You all gotta ask yourself if you're thinking about Charleston White and he say black people failed. He been telling y'all failed. That didn't start now. And the fact that y'all don't even know all the things that he has been saying about the black people, even more shows y'all
Let me play the
failed.
family response. Hold on, let me play the family response. Hold on.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
And as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person.
Yeah, too many people in his ear. He couldn't think for himself.
Go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up, pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I got to make sure she's straight. This mama there, I got to make sure she's straight mentally because if she's not straight, my house ain't straight. I'm not straight. That's because I got the kids to worry about. I got to make sure his mental health. I can't go back and forth with him right in there because his mental can handle it. The misunderstanding of what dad is trying to tell you. This ain't a daddy moment.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
And as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, so they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up. Pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things.
He said every black person he went to told him to go get a white attorney.
Ain't that something? And then the white attorney was no objection.
The other black person getting a whole bunch of money.
Every black person he went to told him to get a white attorney.
And the white attorney did not object to anything. The white attorney did not object to anything in that damn trial. Ain't that some?
Well, we know that.
And that could be why Charleston White is saying black folks fail.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now.
But
They show
Diamond, that's that crab in the bucket mentality shit.
Let me play it again. Listen.
Objections. It was things smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I feel like it was just a setup. Now, so they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up. Pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I got.
Yeah, too many people in his ear. Go ahead.
My God. No, I'm being for real. That's that. Hold on, be right. Hold on.
These are
hold
these
on.
cool
I've been quiet
motherfuckers that
the whole
want
time.
proximity to whiteness.
Oh,
These
my
are these cool motherfuckers that want proximity to
Hold on, B-Ray. Hold on, B-Ray. Let's hear that boy out. Go ahead, that boy.
Damn it. When he went to the black folks and they were like, oh, go get you a white attorney. Go get you a white attorney. They didn't want them black attorneys to come up on all them thousands of dollars, them hundreds of thousands of dollars. and then they family start prospering.
They've been
That was
attorneys
some
long enough. They
bullshit.
already got money.
But
That's
that's
why,
all it was.
you know, I saw the lady said it, man.
Hold on, Pat.
The
Yeah, hold on, Pot.
Okay, Diamond.
After that boy finished, I want to hear from Phil because Phil been up here patiently waiting. Go ahead, that boy. They didn't want the money to go back.
Yeah, they didn't want the money to go to the black folks. The father had the right intentions. I'm pretty sure he knew to go with a black attorney. But
So they told him to go. Go ahead.
being that all them black folks, oh no, go get you a white attorney. Go get you a white attorney. That's all it was, crab in the bucket mentality. They ain't want black folks to come up on hundreds of thousands of dollars, for that case, because they would have got it.
No, the reason they got a white attorney because they thought it was.
Or it could have been black folks trust white people more than
Exactly.
There you go, Diamond. The superhero is
Bingo, Diamond. Bingo, that's the one, Diamond. That latter answer, that's the
Superhero
one.
complex.
They think
It's
that
called the
white
superhero
is right.
complex.
They think white is fucking right. This is what the cool motherfuckers like that boy want proximity to whiteness and think that they gonna ever get a seat at their motherfucking table. And they're not. They're not with us. They will never be for us. Fuck them.
And somebody stop addressing me because I can say y'all.
I'm surprised you said all that without saying
y'all too. And baby, just because I say y'all.
Hold on, Manny. Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you, Diamond. The stuff on the top, I got to ride with her because she's telling the rawest truth. That you right, these Django Samuel Jacksons, they can only choose out of one mind. That mind they have nothing else. They can't choose the way the sister up top choose. They got one mind. They see it one way, and so. But them people that they kissing up to, they got one thing in mind. They don't care about no money, how much money being exchanged. They need a sacrifice. They got money already. They need a sacrifice. They need to make an example. And I just I said I feel like I'm calling we sold him out. We sold him out knowing because the energy pain we feel. I'm listening to these mothers. I hear nothing but mothers talking. I hear the pain of mothers talking. The reality is this: if we, the men, and all of together, but the men, we need to spend this energy beforehand. When the lion grab our child, we need to be on top, not waiting until the after effect, and then we spending all kind of money. You got our baby. I don't care. We heard all over America. It's 50 states. Okay, it's 50 states. We should be heard all over America the moment you run toward unjustly. And we just be on our moves. We can do that with 50 states and organize the court. Hey man, they clearly they not on it. They wanted us to know that they're not gonna do nothing for our child. They wanted us to know that they're not gonna do nothing for our child. That's the way this was unfolded. We want y'all
Somebody
to see
in the comments said what was being
matter.
Somebody in the comments said where was being crumped, and the answer to that more than likely was that those people probably reached out and the family was like, no, which is why he was saying, they said, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that person. And not saying that Ben Crump is the be all end all, but what it is that he has a team of attorneys. And he usually works with black attorneys within the area that things happen. So because he has the financial backing and a team of attorneys and he's known to get in front of the camera, that's another thing too. Nobody got in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the attorney was not working on that child's behalf. Where was the conversation to the public about what was going on in that damn courtroom since the judge closed it out to the public? Where was that conversation?
It was a gag order place from the get-go. When the incident first happened, they issued gag orders on everybody. They couldn't talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting up there. Y'all want to quote Charleston White, but y'all need to go back to the beginning of what Charleston White was fucking saying about Carmelo Anthony. He was the one that was talking about the black child out here running wild in the street. Now all of a sudden,
he retracted that.
He retracted that.
He flip
Corey,
flop, and
he
y'all.
wasn't talking about Corey. He wasn't talking about Charleston White wasn't talking about Carmelo Anthony because Carmelo Anthony. They showed him. A student.
Listen,
That boy went in the streets. That boy wasn't in the streets.
damn it,
No,
damn
when
it,
the
damn
incident
it,
first happened,
damn
Charleston
it.
In the
was talking
beginning,
shit about
Charleston was
Carmelo.
talking his shit in the beginning.
Yep.
in the beginning, he was like F Carmelo. In the beginning, he said
Now all of a
until
sudden
he
y'all quoting him like he
found
Martin
out
Luther King and
about the
Malcolm X.
case. He
Y'all
said
quote him like
until
he
he found
Martin
out the
Luther
particulars
King and
about the
Malcolm
case,
X.
and he had to retract what he said.
Y'all quoting him like he Martin Luther King or Malcolm X right now. And he was the first. He was the
He
first
retracted
one.
it.
Can
He retracted it, Corey.
He did apologize.
You should have shut your mouth. You should have shut your mouth. Now y'all want to motherfucking quote this nigga.
Corey, you
He
do it every
talking
day.
shit.
You do it every day.
Hey, Corey, you sound like a 70-year-old man saying that shit.
I'm
You should have
listening.
shut
Y'all, Corey Wright though.
Because you do it every day. You should have shut your mouth about a lot of issues.
Corey Wright though.
All y'all been up here all morning now.
Corey,
Y'all want to make
Corey just
Charleston
trying
White
to
the
take us
voice.
back to the
Y'all wanna
beginning. The
make
man that changed his
Can I
mind.
finish?
You
Can I
can change
finish?
your mind in
No,
America.
hell
You have the
no.
right to change your
Hell
mind.
no.
He finna have somebody stuck on
Corey
changing
Wright
their
though.
mind.
You know
Oh
what
my
I'm saying?
God, he
Listen,
changed his mind.
even a broken clock can be right twice a day.
Like, damn, he changed his mind, Corey. Damn.
You should have had the right mindset at the beginning to know. Hold on.
Just hush,
Can I
Corey. You
finish?
shut up now.
Corey, I just came up to say one thing and I'm gonna drop
We
down.
done found out new
I just came up to say one thing and drop down. Y'all just was saying yesterday, y'all were just saying yesterday to get a Jewish lawyer, but now today is, oh, he was railroaded by the white tea people. But y'all were just screaming yesterday, oh, you gotta. Yeah. Y'all never consistent. Y'all some inconsistent.
All right, hold on. Let me
y'all some
That wasn't
consistent,
me.
inconsistent.
Put a name on it, kid.
Negro.
Put a name on that motherfucker.
You
Put a
one of
name
them.
on
Let
it.
me finish
'Cause
my
I damn
point,
sure
right?
didn't say it.
Because what Keith is saying is right. When them black people was in his daddy ear, y'all know he was gonna get an all-white jury. So why not have the white man speak to him? Y'all see the Asian man had the black man speak to the jury. And look what happened. So sometimes people play strategies, but they picked the wrong motherfucker. He was a shitty ass lawyer. How come none of the black lawyers are stepping up and say, I do this pro bono? We forgot pro bono is a thing out here. How come we don't have no black people stepping up for us in situations like this?
I mean, because at the end of the day,
This is
Corey, he
no
did up
fucking
the force. He did up the force. He
400,000
did up the
white
force.
boys
He
out
was
of pro bono. It's
They
about
have some ways they run their stuff
representation.
in Texas. He did up the force, and they do have different ways they run it in Texas.
The black lawyers in that area probably have never won a case.
To the law office
They
for
don't
some
practice
funds
here.
and shit like that. Like, let's be realistic though. But to take the case on pro bono right now and start the process wouldn't have been a hard thing. This is not fucking community because they don't step up when it's time to step up. You got people that made it and they say fuck you and they leave you at the motherfucking bottom. I'm gonna tell you, he got a better chance of appeal right now because it's ineffective counsel. That's one thing. Because
Wait, so you have to ask yourself, are the people arguing about the time? Are the people arguing about the time, meaning that he still committed a crime and that he still need to have some time, but not as much time? Because what are the people really arguing? Because he did do a crime. Are y'all just arguing the time frame?
It's a conflict. It's a
Are y'all arguing the time frame for
because
crime?
the daddy is a known
He should have got a
affiliate
medal.
of the prosecutor and the judge.
He should have got a medal too.
But if you would have put that way on
Why
the
not?
stand to testify
If it
on
was
his
reversed,
own
they'd be
behalf,
giving out
if
medals.
you would have, why he
If it
can't
was
mute
reversed,
while
he'd
I'm
be a
talking?
hero.
God damn, boy, that's some weird ass shit.
That's why I'm asking, are the people arguing the time semantic?
Showtime,
Because he
Diamond.
did commit a crime.
We do
Are they
Showtime.
arguing the time semantic?
Yeah, but if it was roles were
I
reversed,
guarantee you, if he would have got on that stand and went with that self-defense, they would have. His appeals will get rejected.
Well, they say
Only
in Texas, in order to do self-defense,
God,
you
shut
can't
your
incite
homo ass
violence.
up,
They
man.
say in Texas, in
Why
order
this
to
bitch can't keep
claim
his mouth
self-defense,
closed?
you cannot incite violence. You cannot be telling somebody,
God, this nigga weird as
touch
shit.
me again, touch me again. They say in Texas you can't say that. They say you can't say that in Texas. Touch me again.
Man, like I'm saying, if I could finish my point without the she queen fucking talking,
It don't
the
matter what you
lawyer
call me,
set
boo
it
boo.
up
It don't
for
matter what you
an
call me,
appeal.
boo boo.
The lawyer, I ain't gonna even lie. I think the lawyer knew he was being railroaded. If the
He
judge
did. Yeah,
He caught a violation, y'all. He caught a record. You got a violation. Come back on other pages. You got to caught a violation.
So
had
Black
already
Diamond.
said that.
So
Of
Black
course, they
Diamond.
know
Are the
he was
people?
legal.
Are the people? Or are
Why you
the
calling
people?
me?
I'm asking you, are the people arguing semantics of the time frame? Because he did commit a crime that would consist of some time. So are they just saying like the time frame is too harsh?
They felt like, they felt like a lot of people felt like the time frame is too harsh. Yes.
Some people
So, man,
feel like he shouldn't
Well,
even
it's a
serve a
similar
day.
case.
Some people feel like he shouldn't even
2020,
serve
I
a
just
day.
told
And can
y'all
I
it's
say,
a similar case from
Hold
2022 where the boy did the same thing and was finna get negligent homicide, which carries probation to 2 years. The judge stepped in and said that's not harsh enough and bumped it up to 10 years in 2022. A little white kid, he was at the school with a poke and poked somebody in the bathroom, and they was finna give him probation to 2 years. The judge stepped in and said that's not enough and bumped it up to 10 years.
because he
And now
planned
Carmelo
that
gets
poking.
35 years.
He planned that poking.
we all know that if
Wait,
it,
y'all,
these
wait.
were,
I
we all
got something
know,
for you. Hold
we
on.
are,
In the
okay, go
state of
ahead.
Texas, he could have won. In the state of Texas, if multiple people unarmed attack you and you use a weapon to defend yourself, that is legal. It's a law there for that. If multiple people attack you unarmed, you can be armed with a weapon and you can win self-defense. They did not use that because they wouldn't allow the video where the other brother was involved. They left it on one brother so that they could not use that law for self-defense. Number two, they probably lost the case to get it out of that county. The appeal takes it out of that county, puts it in a higher court away from that judge. They can also win, have the case thrown out because that judge was friends with the prosecutor, the district attorney, the prosecutor, and he was also friends with the daddy. And they mingled at functions and events that are recorded on video. So they held all of that information away to use it in the appeal. Because he's charged, they can't
wow,
double
what you
jeopardy
just
him and charge him again in that county, and that trial will not be held in that county.
so when I was just saying that, wasn't
Do
nobody
you
want
think
to
the
shut up and
family
let
know
me
that,
finish
Mommy
my
Money?
goddamn point?
Do you think the
This
family know that
weirdo
plan,
down
Mommy
here just
Money?
want to steadily cutting me off, but
Well, no, I'm
nobody want to
asking
say
Mommy Money,
nothing.
do she believe the family know the plan, that the bigger plan? Because it seems like
It
don't
ain't
nobody
have
know
to
the
be
bigger
the
plan.
it ain't have to be the family. All it had to be was the lawyer. The
Who
Yeah,
lawyer
the
asked
family
your
didn't
musty
have
mouth?
to. The
guess what?
Ain't
lawyers,
nobody
If you
asked your
file
musty mouth
ineffective
the
nothing.
counsel,
lawyers knew.
the lawyer got to keep his mouth shut if he
So,
want that to
Mommy
go through.
Money and not musty mouth. Do you think the
You,
family know the
it
bigger
ain't nobody
plan?
fault your behind just bending over and you can't figure it
Do
out.
you think hus musty mouth, Mommy Money? Do you think the family know the bigger
Setting up your
plan?
ass instead of something in your hand to read.
Nah, Diamond, why are we
Mommy
so
Money.
dysfunctional, Diamond? What the hell?
I'm asking Mommy Money a question. Do you think the family know the bigger plan?
You want me to
The
explain it to
family
you?
would be
Manny, yes.
wizard. The
Hold
child
on.
is up
Okay.
No, the family did
I'm
not know
going
the
to answer
plan. The
the
family did
question.
not know
I'm
the
going to
plan.
answer the question if you let
The
me.
family did not know
Yes,
the plan.
the
They did
family
not know
does.
the plan.
Wait a minute.
Maybe
Yes.
can we get
All right,
one
hold
round of
on.
Showtime, Diamond, so
They
everybody
do.
could get it out without their emotions and we
real.
can settle back down?
Musty
No,
mouth
I'm
don't
right,
finna
without
drop.
all
run.
the
I'm finna
cutting
drop
off
because
and
He
I
the
got
swear he
something.
know
settlement.
everything. It
Listen,
always be the ones from the
I'm finna
lockup that
answer
come out
Manny's
with
question and
the
then I'm gonna
laws, the
drop.
jail book, this, and want to tell all the citizens because they done sat their ass down reading the law book, want to tell us everything.
Okay, Manny. The family does know the plan. They just don't trust anybody anymore. They don't even trust the lawyer they have. They won't trust anybody because of the outcome of that first case. So they don't know who to trust. They're confused. So yes, they probably know the plan, but they're not thinking that it's going to work. In other words, that's it.
Man, the family do not know they did not know the route to take of effective counsel or going with like the biases with the judge and the prosecutor because they have photos with the Metcalf daddy. They did not know that shit. Listen, they would have been screaming and hollering that shit from day
Thank you,
one, so they
abundance.
could move
Thank
their
you, South
son.
Carolina
Hold on,
Queen.
but
Thank you, baby.
the
Thank you,
whole
baby.
thing about it is they could have got a change of venue based off of that alone. That alone with the biases of all these people running in the same circle. They could have got to change the venue right there. So y'all really believe they knew that? This shit been public knowledge since this boy got there caught this case. It been on that Facebook page, wide ass open. Now all of a sudden it come to the forefront like nobody ain't produced this before. Like people ain't dig into the daddy background and know that he's a known racist. He's a bully himself. Like, let's be realistic here. The family didn't know shit.
The request, they did submit the request.
They held this just in case he get convicted.
What?
God damn, y'all won't pay attention. Y'all know he being railroaded.
A whole nother topic right now.
Don't make no sense.
We pay attention when you fucking up the place.
Why?
That's your ass. It's wide open and it's shitting up the
No,
joint.
but we talking about Carmelo Anthony. That's important right now. Bryson.
And
not Bobby Christina.
and not only the attorneys did his attorneys did not interview.
No, we gonna talk about Carmelo Anthony tomorrow too.
The main witness in the hallway. Hold on.
You breaking up real bad, brother Phil.
You gonna move on from HB?
In the
Diamond got
hallway.
a conversation going on. You breaking up.
Man.
Niggas is hollering.
It's off the chain.
Phil, you on one bar. You gotta go get
I'm on
some
one bar.
better service. Yeah, you're on one bar.
Yeah.
That was my phone, y'all. Bryson was calling me on Instagram. Both of the phones rang at the same time. Okay, that's what it was.
I just want to say this. You got to tell your children to walk away and put your hands down. Put your hands in your pants. Something like that. They used to do that. Keep your hands in the pants, honey, and walk away.
That is not the answer, man. That because that don't stop them from being the monsters that they are. That's the point y'all don't get. You know, you're dealing with a demon, like Keith said. You're dealing with a monster. I've been trying to tell y'all, but you know, keep trying the route y'all trying.
You got to run faster, Pop.
I just told you about Cortez. I just told you Cortez Eatman was just running down there in Georgia May 27th, 2026. And the police pew-pewed him in the back. Come on, man. Running don't stop nothing. Freddie Gray was running. Then they threw him in the back of the van. You know, come on now.
Said that earlier.
Morning, Diamond. Morning, panel.
Morning.
That's my little two-piece real quick. Like, I will hope that is the bigger plan, Corey. The more and more I look into that town is embedded deep with racism. This ain't the first issue. They've been having issues years after years. This has been going on for a long fucking time. I don't even know why black people still in that town.
So true.
And then they brought up Cyrus. And if you're not stealing or committing
Closeness
a
to
crime,
whiteness
don't
is
run.
right.
And if you're not committing a crime of any sort, don't run. See, that's the I guess I got to thank for you in that area too. So if you have not committed a crime and you know you ain't done nothing, even if you are pushing a TV out of Walmart, you stand right there and say, "Look here, I did not know. I ain't commit a crime, so do not run." If you with the person they robbing that bank and you did not know, don't run. That's the opposite.
It was an incident
goodness.
back in 2022 where a black church got vandalized and a whole bunch of stuff happened. They put the symbols, y'all know what the symbol is and all that shit is. Back in 2022. Again, why are black people still there in that time? That kid was not gonna get a fair shake from the beginning, from the start.
No. Yeah. The whole purpose
And
was to keep the
you know
cameras
it's
out the
bad.
courtroom.
You know it's bad when the natives there from our community, when the natives there, when that case kind of hit the national media, they said, okay, yeah, he's not going to get a fair case. It's here in this county. Yeah, he's not going to get one. You know it's bad when it's like that, when they already know beforehand. So
Bernie said she would listen to us in Starbucks and it was asked to leave because of the topics. Let me get my damn
Let me like the homeless being in there.
She said that they told her, because she added me, she said they told her she was upsetting the regulars.
And she,
Hey,
and she got her
listen,
phone up in Starbucks. Now Birdie knows she's not to have her phone up in Starbucks. People trying to work on their computers, get their coffees and everything. She get that phone loud so they can hear them. She knows she
I'm
wrong.
gonna say this, right? It was a few years back. The dude that unalived George Floyd, and it was said they gonna give
Birdie,
us.
they
They gonna
asking
give
what
us.
you doing. Let's go, abracadabra. Thank you, babe. Birdie, they're saying what you doing in Starbucks anyway. It's white folks own.
She ain't got internet at home yet, damn it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna say this, right? When they gave you the guy who unalived George Floyd, it was said we not gonna like what's gonna happen in years to come, because they gonna give you one and they gonna take 5, and that's exactly what's happening right now. They taking them. You look over the last 3-4 years,
too,
they
I
done
need
got
some
about 5 unaliveds, and they get
Samsung Android pods. Yeah, I do too.
they getting away
Go
with
ahead.
it.
You breaking up too, Solo Dusty. You know, but like I say, man, it's a travesty that it happened. You know, and they talked him out of. You know, that's why I said I would have did the dream team. He could have went and got Corbett and Corbett. You know, from down there, and a couple more black attorneys, and you know, look them white folks dead in the eyes, and you know, let Carmelo in this instance. He should have took the stand in his own defense, so he can put some raw emotion to the situation. But having him just sit there and he got a white attorney, you know what I mean? The case was over in 8 days. It just don't make sense.
No, I don't agree with
Birdie,
him
you need
getting.
to go
I
back
don't
to
agree with him
Firestone.
getting on the
You need to go
stand.
back to
That's too
Firestone where they doing
risky.
tires and
That's
stuff.
really
Bro.
too risky.
Go there
But
and play the stuff loud. Go back to Firestone.
Right, his white attorney
I
advised him
don't
not to
agree
take the
with
stand.
Carmelo Anthony getting on a trial. I mean, I don't get on the stand. I don't agree with that. That's too risky. But I do feel that he should have had better counsel.
Right, but I just heard this from I heard this actually from a lawyer, a female lawyer from Texas, that one I told you was talking. That's what she said. And so it kind of made sense because like she said, sometimes you do have to take the stand so you can add the emotion, because remember, this is just a theatrics going on. It's a high level game of chess. This is what she said. You're playing chess right now. So you're trying to win over the jury. So you're trying to evoke some emotion, you know, but if you
win
can't,
over a big,
B-Ray, I wasn't finished, sweetheart. And you go,
win over a juror's a bigot.
V-Ray, you didn't let me finish it though, V-Ray. Whatever I'm saying and however wrong it is, please allow me to finish. That's only fair. I won't dive in on nobody. I'm learning to
You
restrain.
dived on me earlier, Potts. Come on now. Go ahead.
Okay.
You dived on me earlier, but go ahead.
V-Ray, you so tit for tat, baby. You need some sex.
Birdie, yeah, you wrong, Birdie. Them people probably didn't want all
You're
that
saying
energy
as
on
if
them
you
in
didn't do
Starbucks.
it. I'm just
They in
calling you out
Starbucks
because you
relaxing,
did. But
girl.
anyway.
You up in there playing this high profile emotional stuff up in there and got us yelling and screaming and hollering, and you think them people want to hear all us and don't even know us. You wrong, Birdie. You wrong.
My
You know
line
you
sister, my line sister's in the comments, and she said the fact that the defense attorney did not reject anything says it all. The attorney was complicit, and I agree.
And didn't attempt to show that he was human. Didn't show that he had no emotions or nothing. They wanted
that's
told
what
him
I'm
to
trying to
keep a
say.
straight face. They told him to keep a straight face. Basically, be a robot so that we can deal with. So that
I
people
just
looking
wanted
at
to
you.
add what Pot said, talking about the win over part. How can he or they expect to win over a juror of bigots, racist bigots? You can't win over a juror of racist bigots. He didn't get judged by his peers. It was just a setup from the beginning. But no, it wasn't gonna be no winning over anything.
That's why the cameras wasn't in the courtroom.
That's what she
because
said. But this
if
is
the
Pot you
camera was in
talking
the
to.
courtroom,
You always talk
you
about
could have
how the
read the
system
room.
is. You know, this me, V-Ray. I always talk about how it's rigged from the top down. I'm just saying. I'm just repeating what the lady said from a. You know, she is a professional lawyer. She was just saying it would have added a little more humanity to the case. But like my man say, just sitting there like a robot, no emotion. You ain't connecting to nobody. Your attorney is complicit. He goes to the same country club as the judge and the DA. They all in cahoots together.
Taking the roles. Thank you, babe. Can y'all, we have 1K in here. Can you guys help me complete my gift gallery, my gift goal, y'all down at the bottom? We have 1K in here. Can you guys help me complete my gift goal down at the bottom, you guys? Thank you. Go ahead, y'all.
And then Diamond, girl, Birdie down there talking about it was 3 people in Starbucks and she playing the thing, knowing they can hear you if it's just 3 people in there. Birdie, girl, what do you be thinking?
Everybody was complicit. Everybody was in on it. And that's the thing we don't understand, that when these cases, all these cases, these people see each other on a regular basis. This is their job, right? So they are friends in real life. And it's just a quota for them, especially if they all have the same types of moral foundations. If I'm aces, you aces, and we feel what we feel, or if I'm trying to get in your good graces, or I'm trying to do some type of climb in my profession, I'm gonna play the game. And that's exactly what happened.
Now, how I'm gonna protect you as a black woman, Birdie, and you out here literally making yourself be seen about the hottest topic in the country.
And somebody, y'all
But you
always
think you
talking
safe
about
out
a
there.
nigga
You
having a
think you
serious
safe getting everybody
conversation,
riled
but
up.
y'all
You
got
think you
ass
safe
wide
though.
open right here having a conversation with Birdie about being in Starbucks. Like, for real. This shit don't make no goddamn sense.
We at the
He
table.
want to keep talking to Birdie up here. Talk to Birdie ass in the comments.
Good morning,
So I'm
King.
protecting Birdie. It's high profile right now. She up in there getting all the people riled up.
She wanna be white too.
Like she got
That's
to know
why
what
she
she's
in
doing
Starbucks.
right now. She got to know what
She
she's
want her
doing.
closeness to whiteness too.
We
She
don't know
wanna
what
be in
sister
Starbucks.
asked. Sister might have to ping us, and we don't.
And another point, black people who chose for jury selection, they gotta stop running off. I mean, as soon as they name call, they want to run off the jury panel. They don't want to stand up for nothing or nobody. They just run.
And if you didn't see the faces on them jurors, them 12
That is
jurors,
me.
that
That is
he
me,
was
Phil.
never.
I'm
Me
one of
too,
them.
Diamond. I can't even say
Hold
that,
on,
baby.
that boy is
Situation that didn't happen,
Hey,
Doc.
Diamond. Hey,
that boy is
3 black
17
jurors.
years old. That boy
Diamond.
is
But
17
then that's how
years
we get
old.
our Camellos.
He was
You know,
17
for
years
real,
old
Diamond.
when this
That's how
thing
we get our
happened.
Hold
Camellos.
on,
Where
wait one
did y'all
second. Wait
expect
one
a
second.
jury of his
Hold
peers
on, wait
coming
one
from?
second. Manny, hold on, wait one second. Manny, you got 10 minutes. They minutes you for 10 minutes. Okay, go ahead, y'all.
He was 17 when this happened. A jury of his peers was gonna come from where? They not even old enough to get jury summons. So let's be realistic here. He was
But even
not.
in
They
that
was
case,
not
they
no more
had
17,
3
18,
black school
19 years.
teachers, but they said they would have too much empathy. So you saying that they're going to be too soft-hearted, so they can't be jurors. So don't let's not
That's
make it
not
like
what I
everybody
said.
ran.
I never said that part.
No,
But
I'm not
you cut
talking
me
about
off. You cut me
Phil
off.
said that black
But
people should step
you
up to
cut me off
jury
to say
duty.
that.
He
I
said
wasn't
black
finished
people should
talking,
step
Pot.
up to jury duty when they have it. And all I'm saying is there
I
were
wasn't
3
finished talking, Pot.
eligible black juries that the judge would not allow to be on the case, is what I'm saying, brother.
Bro,
I'm not
that's the
saying you said
judge.
it,
But I'm
Corey.
talking about us
And
as a
jury of
You
his
ain't let me
peers
finish
do
my
not
point.
mean age. It does not mean age. That doesn't mean we got to put a
Peers?
whole bunch of 17 years up on the stand. That's not what that means. That's not what that means.
B-Ray, your peers, right? Your peers, right?
Oh,
Those,
Lord.
like, your peers are people that relate to you. Wouldn't you?
Right,
Like,
right. So you feel that,
so
okay,
hold on. You telling me
18-year-olds, 18,
no,
19,
because you got now you
early
don't want to make
20s.
sense. If I say
Hold on. So are you saying there was no one in that community that they could have chosen?
No. There
What
was
the
no
fuck
one.
are you saying,
Hold
then?
on. There was no one. Look at the age range and look at
Oh,
the
Lord,
faces
you're
on
not
that
making
jury.
any sense. You're not
Look
making
at
any
the age range and
You
look
just
at the
answered
people.
the question.
Look
There's
at
people.
that. I'm trying to answer if you shut the fuck up. Look at the age range and look at the faces of the people that was there.
They were
Those
all
are not
old.
his peers. Like,
Duh,
are you serious?
But
That's my point.
we're not disputing that. We're disputing that they did that intentionally, but there were people
Lord
that they
Jesus.
could have selected that would have
Like who?
fell under that whole the demographic of his peers, and they didn't choose
And
them,
then that
dummy.
would go back. That would go back to what the uncle up here saying about not missing jury duty. You think young black people go in there and sitting on jury?
Move the goalpost
Do
from
you
one
think?
goalpost to the next.
No, because that's what he said. Don't miss jury duty. That ain't what the fuck.
We're not disputing
First
that.
of all,
But they
y'all
do.
gotta stop
We're
assuming.
helping
Hold
move
on,
the
y'all gotta
goalpost.
stop assuming
We're
that
not
everybody gets
disputing
jury
that.
duty. Because I told y'all
Right.
yesterday, I've never received jury duty. So y'all gotta stop assuming that all of us are actually getting jury duty. Never in my 45 years on this earth have I got jury duty. Never.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Y'all are right. Go ahead, man of class.
So all they did was when they chose the jury, the defense had an opportunity to reject or accept the jurors. We're not when they say black people, they say minority. So the Asian people and the women, they were considered the minority. That's how they did the very bare minimum to get this jury together like that. So y'all guys are arguing about a moot point because for the law, as far as law, they did what they're supposed to do. The attorney didn't fight correctly. Period. Guys, this is big. This is bigger than exactly. This is bigger than this young man. It's way more bigger than just this young man.
This is a message to us.
Exactly.
In the month of Mental Health Month, both the cases is in the Mental Health Month. I said it, man. It's a subliminal, subconscious message they sending to you. Even when you're in Mental Health Month, we gonna show you what we care about. So this is what it is. But I'm gonna step on down, Diamond. Thanks for letting me up. Y'all have at it.
Pushing our face.
And we're arguing about crazy stuff that is not like we need to argue about things that makes a difference versus us fighting against each other. It's crazy.
We need to hold these black lawyers accountable. I wonder why they not doing pro bono in situations like this. Why they not coming together to fight to show that, like, shit, we gonna combat this. We got these degrees to counteract y'all racism in the system. Like, are y'all just lawyers to be a part of the system, or are y'all lawyers to combat what's going on out here in these streets with the charges and stuff? Where are the judges and stuff? That's what needs to really be conversated about. Are they here to help, or are they here just to play a part?
Hey Corey, if there's a black trucking company that needs drivers and they don't have the money to pay you what you're accustomed to, are you willing to drive for them for free to help them out?
No.
Okay, so if the attorney, if that's that attorney's profession, right, and they're good at what they do, they deserve to be compensated for what they do.
Yoshi,
the daddy said,
Yoshi, this is something civil, right? This
No,
is a
I
social
understand what you're
move.
saying, man of class. But when we say people should do things pro bono as if they don't, it's crazy. I mean,
hold on, Yoshi, that's not what I'm saying though. With the fund, if all the funds wasn't there in the beginning, at least if they stepped up, it could have changed. It could have transitioned. But if we don't have those people to step up, who do we have defending us? And then when the white man step up, y'all don't like the white man.
But I will say this. Remember when the daddy was saying, everybody was telling him not to talk to this person? I have a sneaky suspicion that there were black attorneys that were like, hey, we can, help you beat this situation. And he turned them down.
Well, they're in a Good Boy Network. I think the father's like, it's a Good Boy Network, a Good Boy Network. They know how to work the system. Like we all know that is a thing. A Good Boy Network is a real thing down in the South.
Yeah, the atmosphere is given that the father believes in them. That's why they move down there. You believe that them people is giving you the right information. You believe it's best what they say because it's their system. But you should have been making an appeal, even no matter what kind of next it is down there. You should have been making the case for the appeal. You already know what they're gonna do. But
okay, I have a question. I have a question for y'all. Now, this Mike Howard attorney, was he from the same county? Was he from the same county?
Why you cut that man off in the middle of his statement?
Okay, and secondly, I don't need you to recommend me, Corey. Hold on, I don't need you to recommend me, Corey, because you're the one calling the kettle black. You do this all day, as if
right. But you cut that.
No, I don't cut. No, hold on. My thing is, we never get to a point. We never. Hold on, we never get to a. Hold on, we never get to a point. Damn it, man! You do this all the day?
No, you couldn't let that.
No, you cut people off all the time, Corey. Shut the fuck up, cause you cut people off all the time.
How you gonna deflect?
Shut up. Okay, my question is this. Hold on, because you always try to call yourself reprimanding me anytime I have a question. So shut the fuck up, because
I asked you a question.
Hold on. You are destructive to a conversation. We can never have
I asked you a question.
We can never have a productive conversation because you are a disruptor. Let me ask y'all this. Whenever there's a case and you know you're fighting some time, or you know it's a high profile case, what do y'all family tell y'all to do? Go get someone outside of that county. Do not.
My God, today.
Sorry, V-Ray. They got you, babe. Sorry.
Ooh, I knew that was coming.
I'm surprised they let us stay for so long. I left, came back to work, did paperwork, came back,
Well,
made a phone call.
We sending money to the family, so.
Okay.
I think the part of the daddy's comment that shook me to my core is when he said that his son's attorney did not like object to anything. That shit, I felt that in my stomach. He didn't object to nothing. That means they just sat there and let the prosecutor just present their case, and they just sat there and man. And if he was a public attorney, if he was a public defender, I understand it.
And then talk to the key witness until the day of the trial in the hallway, while the district attorney been on a regular basis talking to his daddy on the phone, chumping up the day before. So that lets you know that this is the diet set. We want y'all to see this. We didn't just a diet set. We want you to see that the diet set. In for America to see it, and cut the cameras off. Cut the cameras off. We don't want no cameras in here, because when you in that courtroom, I know, because I got one of my best friends is a murder attorney. That's all they call him for down here. And I'm saying that to say this. They show motion and movement in that courtroom. Eye movement, read the room. They talk to each other silently when they're working on certain people in that courtroom. So you can't be in your emotions. Be studying them. Look who looking at who. Forget the emotion. I guarantee you, when you will read the room, you will pick the plays. All right.
I would definitely be concerned about moving forward, how they're going to use this case law on other cases in that county or that state
Good morning.
to hurt our other black kids. That's
You were supposed to scream for Lisa. Just because you moved, I hope you didn't leave Lisa, Diamond.
I didn't scream for Lisa. I was gonna say why y'all so quiet? There's too many people on the panel.
This is emotional.
Y'all dropped V-Ray. It is very emotional. It is. So now y'all get a chance to talk. Go ahead, Keith. Manny on mute. They muted Manny for 10 minutes.
So I feel like the justice system is not fair. And I think we keep crying about the justice system not being fair, but we know it's not fair. So my question is, how do we prepare our children to stay out of situations that can cause them to be in the justice system? And do y'all feel like this was an avoidable situation? I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm just asking, do you feel like this was an avoidable situation?
All the way around.
I say yes. Had he left, had he just, there's so many times I found myself in very aggressive positions, and I just was like, what, you got it. But it takes that comes with time, in a sense. It comes with age and maturity sometimes. When you're young and you're just responsive, you're not necessarily thinking, you don't always make the right decisions. Even when you're older, we make, messed up decisions. But it could have been avoided had he been like, what, you got it. you know.
And
I
I'm
think
with
for
you,
me, like,
Yoshi.
I,
Because
Okay,
I
yeah.
think
So let me play
he
the
was being
video.
17. I think the teachers failed him. I think that the parent, the people who were supposed to watch, who be there with these kids, why the teachers, the faculty was there. I think they failed them. Having
Mhm.
one
I
teacher,
will say,
Absolutely
having one
agree.
teacher there, like having one teacher under, like it doesn't make any sense.
I will say it does take a little time to kind of learn that, because when you're younger, you know, you're like, ooh, you learning all of that. But
Exactly.
as you get older, because even you all have witnessed myself be yanked, grabbed, tugged, push pulled, all of that. And I had to keep my composure against black people themselves. And you got to remember, they put themselves in a criminal state by doing all of that. And I had to keep my composure, because I could have just did the 3-second.
Hey, I have to keep my composure with y'all every day, Manny.
I know, sister, and that's what I'm saying. I could have did the 3-second Carmelo rule on their asses, but I didn't. I could have hit them with the 3-second poker, but I didn't.
Let
I
me
kept my cool.
let me play the video, y'all. Let me play the video.
Seen the video, John, 2 hours. Was it clear enough, or was it fuzzy, or what? No, it was clear. It was clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the camera. Okay. That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Carmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business. Dodging the rain, or? Yeah, it was still raining. You know, right. I'm from Louisville. So that day we were under a tornado watch. Right. We were under thunderstorm warning. And we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again, and it was over with for the day. Okay. So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time, when that happened, the twins, their 2 buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up. Right. On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract them a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo. You know, if you're Carmelo, and they showed that on that video. It's on the video. Okay, come on. You can see him walk. I'm gonna say little stuff. I'll put it this way. Okay. They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things. Okay. So watch those 4. Here, there are 4 right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say. Okay. And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4. Okay. So they come up, they surround them. And this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump. And so they actually did jump him. Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time, so it's more than the twins that got some licks on. 4. So it showed that in the video. Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle. Okay. And you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here. Okay. I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking and kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag. Right. And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag. Okay. Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you don't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get to it here. But once they did that, they started hitting them. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in. Okay. And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put in the headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell. And that's when they realized he was gone. So they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him. And that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all 3 of them were chasing him. But Carmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Carmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Carmelo out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting with it. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video, and that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, he never did that because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him, and we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assaulted him because it was unwanted. By your own definition and your word of him saying that leave me alone and I'm not going, you assaulted him, period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the, not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited. I have the emails to prove it. But the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs and stuff on his eye. You can see the bridge of his nose is swollen. You can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from Fox and kind of airbrushed it. And you can see they put the locks of his hair that got taken out as well.
You seen the video on 2 hours. Was it
So
clear
do we
enough?
have they released the video to any other
Okay,
source?
see, listen. For some reason, we ain't seen no videos of the tussle.
That changes everything for me, though.
Me too.
But see, all that stuff
That changes everything for me.
all that he said.
And they
It's
said
not
this is the
admissible.
witness that
Because he
they
was.
did not.
Mm.
They said this is
It's
the
not
witness that they
admissible
did
without
not
that
let
video, though.
testify.
It's not admissible without that video. That's the whole thing. And y'all,
But
we can
what
argue apples and oranges right
what
here
but
without
what
the
he's
Played the
seen as a
video.
witness is
The
that
video
video.
was played
hold on,
in court.
if you don't have witnesses to take the stand on Carmelo's behalf and state what they seen, then it's all just hearsay. Even though Hunter did those 2 interviews, they will have to submit those interviews
Shay,
as evidence. And I think that's where they was railroading him. Well, because Hunter gave 2 interviews. That's the brother. He gave 2 interviews and he told 2 different stories in the interviews. They could have admitted that as evidence and tried it, but the state not gonna call Hunter to the stand. And the defense damn sure what they gonna list him as a witness.
A
He
hostile
damn
witness.
sure gonna be
Yeah,
a
a hostile
damaging,
witness.
they
right?
said
It'd
the
be
judge
it'd be
restricted the
hostile,
video
but
indicating that.
which one was the right story though? From Hunter mouth, Hunter.
You know what I'm thinking? I think that we need. I think.
He never gonna say they never hit him.
I don't think. I think we should.
He never gonna say they hit him.
If you have this on your social media, keep this going on. Don't let them lie on this shit. Keep on pushing our narrative. Keep on pushing it. Don't let this just go by the wayside. 10 months from now, a year from now, we should be still playing this off on our For You pages, on our personal pages.
So people in the comments say they seen the video. So if y'all seen the video, all that happened in the video.
Circulate
So
the video. Why
I
y'all
never heard that
copy the video?
Ain't that strange?
Because they can't. They had a release. I hate that. No, it wasn't a release party, but they let people in the community. If you signed up for it, you could see the video. They let you watch it, and then you couldn't. Pretty much an NDA. You couldn't say nothing to nobody. You couldn't record it. So my issue would be why would. Yeah, that was before the trial. So it being restricted to the jury would be insanity to me. I'm gonna go research that, but I never heard of that video was restricted. But to your question, Keith, because you asked a poignant question, and I'm appreciative of it, because I have 2 sons that are Cyrus's age and Carmelo's age. Was it avoidable? No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've taught my sons, don't let anybody put their hands on you. I don't care what race they are. However, my sons are cognizant of the racial issues in America, so I would assume they would react exactly the way Carmelo did. I don't think it was anything wrong with how he reacted. Now, what I find ridiculous is, you mean to tell me prior to this trial, the only juries that you all could select, the only jurors you could select that were black were all teachers? When it's random. So from the jump, he was set up. But this is what I will say about his parents, and I hate it for his daddy, just as I hate it for Trayvon's daddy. But you should understand the America in which you've grown up in and live in. If I don't care who told me to go get a white lawyer, I'm not fucking doing it. And I did research this. So just to your question, Corey, about why nobody took it pro bono, you can't just willy nilly as a lawyer say, I'm gonna go practice law in Florida, in Wyoming, or wherever the fuck I want to. You know what I'm saying? You have to have licensing in that state. I'm sure you're probably aware of that. So Ben Crump does have branches of his firm in Texas, and that's exactly who the daddy should have reached out to. You know, people putting themselves in the hand of the oppressor is idiocy. It's dumb as shit, and this is the outcome. Even though the trial was set up from the jump, I still would have took a black man in there. Fuck that, because this is the outcome which normally happens.
And I know we're talking about the particulars of the situation, but I want to kind of put something out there as a moving forward. What was is not what is. When it comes to our babies, parents, if you know you're in a predominantly non-black area, even in a black area, but if you know you're in a sketchy county community where YT people ain't right, don't let your babies be in these places by themselves. The buddy system is paramount. Even though Carmelo was there with a friend of his mama said, I wish I would have went to the track meet. Show up. There is nothing too important to show up, especially when you have children athletes, to show up for your kids. Every game, be there. Every situation, be there as best as possible. And if you can't be there, have somebody that you trust to be there. We cannot allow our children to be out here just willy-nilly as we have before. It is no longer safe for us under this administration. So when we're talking about how we can do things moving forward, we got to be present. We have to be.
But Yoshi, I thought his performance was later in the day.
It could have been, but the track meets are open, right? So
yeah, everybody go to a track meet. They don't just wait until their track.
What I'm saying is, if you all understood what I literally said was his performance is later in the day. He came earlier in the day.
They took the bus. The bus took them all together. So stop that weird ass shit. He drove his car to school and got on the bus.
In fact, they have to ride in the bus. If you're a student athlete, you have to ride in the bus to school. You can't go there with your parents.
In the respect of the mama talking about being there, it wasn't time for him to perform, is what I'm saying.
No, I understand. I mean, this is the thing. She didn't do anything that so many parents haven't done. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying in lieu of, now that we have a clear understanding of where we are and the environment that we are in clearly. Not that we haven't always been here, but there's no denying that you will be railroaded. Like, I mean, the period point blank, there is no defense. They are going to they're going to make it very apparent that they're going to put you underneath the bus, underneath everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you were saying how the mother felt, I was saying this all happened earlier. This didn't happen during his clock of window, is what I'm saying.
Right, and I understand. I'm just saying somebody should have been there.
Manny, there were rain delays also. There were also rain delays as well. There was thunderstorm rain delays.
So basically what I'm saying is, any parent can fall into this because it was so early.
Yeah.
Y'all got to think.
It doesn't have to be a parent. It could be somebody she trusted, Manny. I'm just saying, have somebody looking out for your fucking kids. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who the fuck it is. Just somebody who you trust.
Especially if you're in an area where your kid feel like he got to carry a poker. That tells you something.
Well, he wasn't carrying it for that reason, guys. Y'all people, and that's the problem. He was carrying it. Listen, you run track and you across country, you have to clean you have to clean your cleats. And there's a tool that you use to clean your cleats. That's what he had. It was the switchblade. It wasn't an army knife. It wasn't a machine. It wasn't a Rambo knife. It was something it was a tool to clean his shoes with.
A tool.
Okay.
Can I kind of clear the whole thing with the track meet? So for one thing, the track meet, y'all all right. The track meet, they have to be dropped off by the bus. The track meet lasts all day. If y'all ever been to a track meet, y'all would know those kids walk around all day. A lot of times those adults don't be paying attention. They got other kids to pay attention to or whatever. They watching their meets or whatever. It's not enough, to be honest with you, not enough adults to go around in those track meets to watch everything. So the kid, he probably had his event at 8 o'clock in the morning. He probably didn't have another event till 4 or 5 o'clock. All they do is walk around. They walk around. They might sit for a little
You're
while.
right.
They walk around. They sit.
And somebody just said that Carmelo was suspended. No, he was not. It was the YT child that was suspended. That should not have been there. Not Carmelo. Carmelo wasn't suspended.
Y'all do know, right, that there's multiple things going on at a track meet. It ain't just a track. There's javelin. There's other events. So
Got to do with the price of tea in China.
I'm just saying, like, y'all saying why was he there? Because he's sitting for the next event, and it wasn't a knife. It was a cleat cleaner. Like even in football, when you get turf on your cleats, they give you something to wipe the turf off the cleat. It's simple. Like y'all making all these predictions. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. We knew how this shit was gonna go. All of us in here knew how this shit was gonna go. All right, we know the system is built not for us. We wasn't there when it was started. We probably gonna be there when it's ended. Like this shit ain't built for us. So for us to be acting like this is surprising, you knew the minute they moved that trial to that town what the outcome was gonna be. We knew it. We knew it. I knew it. Most people that already
Move it to the trial. That's where it happened at. They didn't move it there. That's where it happened at. So it should have been moved out of there.
And somebody just asked, why was Metcalf, whatever his name is, suspended? He was suspended for fighting and for bringing a weapon to school. That's why he was suspended. He was not supposed to be there.
He was suspended for doing the things that they said Melo did. Got it.
But when I did my live, I was attacked by all types of trash, calling Carmelo violent, calling Carmelo everything under the sun. It's amazing to me how they neglect to focus on the facts. Metcalf has been he's a bully. Him and his brother. I mean, it's not a secret. He was suspended that day. His ass wasn't supposed to be there. So when people say, was there anything that Carmelo could have done? Hindsight being 2020, we could always conjure up a number of things that Carmelo could have done. But had Metcalf not had his ass at that track meet because he wasn't supposed to be there, none of this shit would have happened.
But saying he shouldn't have, I'm not taking up for him, but it's the open track meet. Y'all really can't say who can come and who can't come unless they've been given an order not to come.
It's a school function. He's suspended. He's not supposed to be
It's
there.
a school function. If he's suspended, he's not supposed to be there. If he's suspended for school, if he's suspended from school and it's a school function, hold on, Corey. If it's a school function, regardless if it's on school grounds or not.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that track meet was actually at the school. I'm not sure. Sometimes the track meets be.
It doesn't
Sometimes
matter.
it
It's
be
still a
at
function.
colleges or whatever. But a lot of
Cody's right.
times those
If it's not at the
schools
school.
they don't host the track meet.
It doesn't matter if it's not on the grounds. It was a school function.
No,
The
y'all,
school's
no.
sponsored.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. A lot of times those schools don't host that particular track meet. He probably was suspended, but it may be at another school hosting that track meet.
It was at
Oh,
a
I see
neutral
what
site.
you're saying.
I get what you're saying that it was another school hosting it,
But y'all
but
right, though.
by
Y'all
law,
right.
when they was trying to paint the narrative that it was Melo who was suspended and he should have never been there, they were pushing that shit heavy when it's all popped out. They was like, Melo was suspended. Why was he at the track meet? Why was he at the track meet? The point still stands. Okay. And so the point still stands that he was suspended, so why was he there? Nobody's asking that question, but we are quick to ask the same fucking stupid ass question about our own kids. We're like, come on now. All day we've been sitting here talking about what if and what he could have did and what he should have did, but the motherfucker who should have did the shit that he should have did didn't do it. But we ain't asking them questions of him. We not saying why was he there. We not saying why was he beating up his daddy. We not saying why was he this. We not doing none of that. But we doing that for the motherfucking black boy.
We knew that shit was a lie. We was not justifying Carmelo because one thing, if you suspended, you can't participate in no sport as an athlete. If you're suspended, we already know that shit. That's not.
I know. Damn, I agree. He shouldn't have been there. But I was just saying that if that school.
Hold on, let me finish my point.
Oh my bad. You cut out, Corey. You cut out.
The white boy was not even participating. The white boy was not even participating. That's the whole thing. He not there running track. He there just because he go to the school, and that's an event. That's all. But y'all
Now,
can't
Corey,
say if
he
it's
would
at
have been
a regular
his coach.
stadium.
His coach suspended him. He
He
wasn't
didn't have
even Metcalf
no
wasn't
have
supposed
no
to be
event. He
suspended
didn't
from
have no
school.
event. They said that from the get go.
Listen. So what they said is the coach had suspended him
He was
from
being
participation. Let me finish, bro. Because he left a school event early to go fishing. So the coach supposedly told him, "Listen, you're not participating for that," and that was his punishment. So that was the story.
Right. He wasn't suspended from school.
No,
He
but
was
all, Corey, I don't know, Corey, I don't know
So
how long
he got
you've been
benched.
in this
So he got
live,
benched.
but
Like
earlier
that happened.
in the live, they was talking about how Carmelo, I don't know if you've been here, they was talking about how Carmelo should have ran, or Carmelo should have walked away, or Carmelo should have did this, or Carmelo should have did that. That's why I just said what I said. So I don't know if you was here earlier when they were saying all of that, but now that we know that the person who wasn't supposed to be there, we're not saying none of that. We got all
No,
excuses. Now we got all
it
excuses
was,
of, well, it wasn't on
wait,
school
because I was one of the
property.
ones that
Well, it
said that
wasn't on
he
school
needs to walk
property.
away.
You know
Right?
you was Keith. Keith, you was not the only one that said that. You're
I
not the
know,
only
but
one
what I'm
that said that.
saying is, it was like I feel like once I hear the evidence of that video, that changed everything for me. I never seen the video or heard of a video, so once I heard that or seen that, that changed everything for me. Everything.
It just doesn't make sense. Somebody sitting somewhere and then say, "Oh, now I want." He was there by himself, chilling. Like he did what he was supposed. Listen, 4 people come up on me, it's either gonna be me or you, do or die. I'm gonna be honest. That's how it is. Like I could tell you, sitting somewhere, if somebody come up to me with the wrong energy, that shit gonna go from A to Z real quick. That's just anybody's fighter. Don't y'all call it fight or flight, right? It ain't no flight in that situation.
Can we let our king talk? King, can you help us out? King Marshall, can you please help us out? Because we trying to
Tell
figure
these
this
niggas
out.
the real shit,
King
Marcus, 'cause
Marshall.
they want to hear the real shit.
Now y'all getting him started. Don't say shit where he won't stop. Don't say nothing.
Don't say a goddamn thing.
He didn't know he was
So
in the box.
so
You know,
what's the right
restricted.
energy, Towns? Just for clarification, because I noticed you said approaching you with the wrong energy, and a lot of people perpetuate that, like, oh, he approached him, he told him to leave. When I say a lot of people, meaning a lot of people in other lives, a lot of white people, they say they told him to leave. People, they say they told him to leave to come over, but the white kids told him to leave. So it's crazy how white people just feel like they're authoritative figures inherently. Like I can tell you to get the fuck on at any time, and as a black person, you should get your shit and get on. The part of retreating, I think we've had enough of retreating. When we had dogs sick on us and shit, Trayvon was retreating, Cyrus was retreating. Fuck retreating. So what's the right energy to be approached for a person to tell you to get the fuck on, Towns? And that ain't an attack on you. I'm just asking a question.
While that was addressed to Towns, he did run, actually. He tried
My fault.
to run
I'm in the store.
and
I
was
couldn't even
grabbed.
watch that shit.
He tried to run and was grabbed and pulled back into the tent. He was jumped on by 4 people. The picture was doctored as far as how he looked after they attacked him. It wasn't as simple as they make it out to be. And I don't feel that he did anything wrong. You have the right to protect yourself. Telling somebody don't touch me is not inviting them to touch you. In fact, it's the exact opposite. If he was there talking with a friend and the guys were not even there and they came into where he was and then accosted him and then assaulted him, how can you say that he initiated anything? He said, if you touch me, then blah, blah, blah. So the guy touched him. Then he said, well, okay, if you hit me. And then they jumped him. And it was 4-on-1. So I don't understand the whole mindset of just leave. And then if we just leave, where does that end? I mean, at any time we're doing something, they just come and tell us leave and we
pack up and leave? I don't understand that. Please help me. If somebody could give me the, and I'm not trying to attack or be disrespectful to anybody, but if somebody could tell me where does that end? If we can be somewhere and somebody we don't know who has no authority in that space comes and says, leave. I don't care what, even if they're black, why would we just leave because they said it? Can somebody help me understand that part?
So I also have a question to add to that, Doc. What was the ground? What grounds was used for that video to be inadmissible? Because that seems like that would be a key evidence to support his claim of self-defense.
There's not even a policy for a tent. Like, let's just start there. There's no fucking policy. You can't sit under a fucking tent. Like, what? Show me a policy or a law that says, oh my God, you don't go to this school, you can't sit here. Like, that shit is even bullshit. Like,
I don't think it's about the tent. It's about the duty to retreat, right? But it's I don't think it's about the tent. It's about the duty to retreat in that case. But I really need to know, like, how was this video? Like, I'm really confused about that now. Very, very, very confused about how this video can be deemed as inadmissible when it's a key point to his defense.
Because can run the courtroom however he chooses, and this one ran in completely unfair, in that he didn't let black media in, but he let white media in. There was no one on the jury under 50 years old, and no one of African American descent. Now, he did have Asians because, of course, they're minority, and females because they're minority. But anybody who was black, I've never even heard of a judge dismissing jurors. I thought that the attorney decides the jurors, and then it is what it is. But the judge actually dismissed jurors in this case. So I'm really trying to understand how anyone doesn't see this as a fix.
But it's also the judge that deems what's admissible and what's inadmissible. So if this video was out there and it is a key point to his defense, how was this deemed inadmissible? I mean, if we don't know, then just say we don't know, and I'm cool with that. I'm super confused now that I heard about that video.
Okay, the same thing with the videos, Keith. Why would they not admit his statement?
Keith, if the video don't state no audio to it, then they can say anything to it, right? They can say these verbal conversations didn't happen. We know the physical conversations happened, but we already know it's a fixing. So they don't want to show the physical, which will make it biased to say the boy got unalive that way. So it's a fix on it also. You got to realize that's why it's not admissible, because they played it that way. Come on now, that's a question we shouldn't even be asking right now. We already know.
Then why would it be pertinent?
Hold on, let me finish my point. On appeal, now you could admit this stuff. You could show that it was something that proved that they started the interaction. Come on now, y'all act like if they would have put everything in this trial, then it would have been no new evidence to submit on appeal. It would be no new evidence. That's evidence right there. Y'all gotta start thinking.
So why was it pertinent to show it to the public, Corey? Why was it pertinent to show it to the public, man?
Well, I haven't seen it. Hold on, he asked me a question. I haven't seen it, and you said it was showed under NDAs. Like, who's seen it?
No.
Who has seen it?
So you had to live in, I believe, the county. No, actually, I think you had to live in Texas, and you applied to watch the video. You get approval, then you could go watch it. But I'm asking a question because if you're saying
okay, now
they didn't want. I assume what you're saying, they didn't want to taint the jury.
Hold on,
right?
Listen. If you had to apply to see the video, this evidence that didn't even come out at trial, right? That would sway anybody's mindset off the rip. If I seen it before we even went to trial, my mindset gonna be. That's why you could disqualify everybody, because guess what? Now, hold on.
So why would you show it before you pick your jury?
Hold on, please listen to what I'm saying first.
I am listening intently.
Hold on, listen. If I make y'all sign NDAs, now I got your name, I got your voters, I got your jury card, I got everything. Now I know who to send this shit to. Cause you done seen the video. Your mind already made up already off the video. If you signed up the show, I know who to keep the fuck away from that shit.
They're striking down jurors left and right.
If that was the case, it had validity to that, then why did they strike the 3 educators? Because they didn't see the jury, and you still
Because
struck
they
them.
didn't want.
So listen, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I think they showed the video purposely so that those who saw it, they could sway their perception. Because just because you are on the jury, hold on, just because you aren't on the jury don't mean you won't have contact with people who may be jurors that are selected. So that just wouldn't make sense. They should have now I don't know this to be true, that they didn't show the video. But if they didn't show the video, that's a fucking problem, because if you didn't show it to the juries in the courtroom, you shouldn't have showed it to no fucking body.
So I have a question, and not a question, but a statement. Statement question. One, did the defense try to submit the video? If so, the judge found it inadmissible. Corey, that would not be new evidence.
It would on the grounds of an appeal.
That's not new evidence.
It is.
That's not, Corey. That's not new evidence.
Being that we
new
are
evidence would be something comes to light that comes out after the whole trials happen. Something else comes to light. That's new evidence.
Hold on.
This is evidence that has been squashed. Now, I'm not saying that a judge or an appellate judge can't say, "Oh, you didn't have a right to squash that evidence," because it could be that the judge didn't have a right to squash that evidence. But that's not new evidence.
Okay.
I am reading on ABC News, guys, that Carmelo has requested a public defender for his appeal.
Yes, because they don't have no funds and they took the money away. Listen to this, Keith, what I'm saying. The way that Detroit saying it, because I didn't know, and nobody, the nation did not know that there was a video.
What you said? Wait, Auntie Pearl, what you said?
He requested for a public defender that been out
for
5
his
days ago.
appeal.
Yeah, but Charleston White just posted that he putting up 75K. So they are starting to find some money for his appeal. We just got to find a way to get the money to his family, because they are going to debunk it if we go through the white folks system, right? What they have set up for us. If we go through that, they're going to debunk it. They're going to debunk it. We don't know about Cardi B. We don't know about it. We don't know how true it is. But we know, for one, if Cardi B is going to donate, she's probably going to go through the white man system. Right?
All they got to do is go straight to the lawyer.
They
Just
can't.
Go pay the lawyer.
You got to get. Hold on. Wait 1 second, though. But y'all still have to have the lawyer. He said, Diamond, I just got an email for the refund. Okay. So y'all still have to get the lawyer's information, though. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know what lawyer they're going with yet, because they ain't found them. They got to make the money first. First you get the money. Then your mind expand. So once they get the money, then they'll know which attorney to actually hire. So once they do that, but we got to get the money to them first. They're going to debunk it. That's what I said, debunk. That's what I said. I said what I said. They have a GoFundMe to help with the lawyer. They have shut all of that stuff down. What GoFundMe are you talking about, honey? Because they have shut the other stuff down. What GoFundMe are you talking about?
Yeah, you can't use GoFundMe funds for criminal cases.
All right, there you have it. So again, she said, "No, I'm asking. I don't know, baby. I don't know. If I had the parents' address, I go down to my damn self."
Maybe they can look them up on Facebook or something. The mother name is Kayla Hayes, and the daddy name is Andrew Anthony. Kayla Hayes and Andrew Anthony.
We're the black billionaires.
There's not a whole lot of them. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna get out y'all way. that picture that they posted of Carmelo crying was enough for me. I get it. I just think whatever money is donated and given should go straight to his parents. Even though they made a bad decision, I think, time and experience will make you a smarter
And the money should
individual.
go directly to. I think the money should go directly to the parents too. I think, my opinion, we need to start. I get it, y'all believe in them GoFundMe's and the systems that the white folks has made up for y'all, but I feel like we need to start, trying to put the money. If they had a CA or a Zelle or something like where it go directly to them. If I can get, what I'm saying, get, because I'm sure their house is people outside. I'm sure, you know what I mean? Like they doing so much. They say boycott GoFundMe. Oh, I don't. Mm.
All right,
So,
appreciate you, Doctor.
okay. They say, what about the bank account? That's the thing, y'all. The people information got to be put out there. They say that the people information got to be put out there, y'all. We have to find a way to get these people some money. They say contact Minister Dominic. He is helping them. That's his name, Minister Dominic. He's out of Texas. He's out of Texas. Do they have social media? I don't. I was on the phone with somebody. We was trying to figure that out yesterday. Because I'm sure the parents have a lot of people in their ear, and in their face. I'm sure they're getting phone calls. 9/11. So they say yes, he has social media. Okay, Dominic, the Minister Dominic Alexander, he was on TikTok yesterday. I got some money to give to them. Yeah. We just gotta find it. We just gotta be able to go directly, because when y'all be, sometimes y'all, when y'all be donating to the Red Cross, Blue Shield, and all of that stuff. Yeah. I'm looking it up on TikTok now. I'm looking him up. So when he was live yesterday, when he was live yesterday, was he talking about it? Was I dropped? No, you was. Nobody didn't pay to drop you. No. Where's the Pastor Morgan? Where's all of our elite? So here's my thing, and I think we as people, y'all keep asking, where is this, where is that, where is this, where is that, where's these people, where's these people? I think we need to just focus on what we're gonna do, than to be worrying about all these other people. We don't know what they're gonna do. I know one thing, when it comes to a funeral, if Shaq and everybody is right there. When it comes to a funeral. You know what I mean? But I think we don't know what these rich folks gonna do. Okay, we don't know what these rich folks gonna do. We need to, worry about what we can do and, how, we can help. I don't care, whatever you give them, whatever, it adds up. That's just my opinion. It adds up. We got millions and millions of people, black folks. I don't care if you give $1. If each black folk, we got millions of black people. If each black people gave $1, it would make a difference. Because they're going to need some money. Wait, what's that? Drew Anthony. Okay. Thank you so much, y'all. I said, I think this is the dad Facebook. So the dad Facebook name is Drew Anthony?
Yes.
Okay, he's a sales manager at Dodge. And also, too, they said that because of everything that's happening, they said that the company that he works for had to let him go because people were saying that they wasn't going to support and purchase vehicles because he works there. So them folks, you know, finna be you know, it's finna be a lot of blackballing and etc. with this going on right now. They said that they need to escalate. Did who need to escalate? Did who need to escalate? They said did they need two escalades? So you talking about the family? Did they need two escalades? Did they need two escalades? Did you need what you need? Did you need the things you got?
Exactly.
I say be your own people every time.
Every time.
Be your own people every time. Y'all worrying about the wrong thing. Worrying about they escalades and what they driving and the house and they have and this and that and the third. Y'all worrying about the wrong thing. If you gonna help, help. If you're not gonna help, shut the fuck up. They do need to leave the state, my opinion. Shit. The fuck. But yeah, like y'all, it's a lot of people talking and they gonna do nothing. Not even gonna send $1. Like if you're gonna help, you know what I'm saying? Who keep bringing up the? If you're gonna help, you know what I'm saying? Listen, help. If not, don't sit up there and be a nigga. I said what I said.
Don't be a fuck nigga.
Cause if it was one of y'all kids, if it was one of y'all kids, y'all would want support too. They say Diamond Courthouse is ready when you find out. Okay, babe. Yeah, if it was one of y'all kids, y'all would want support too. Let's be honest. Y'all would be looking for the community. Some of y'all would say, well, no, you know, I'm gonna handle my business, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, but also too, it would be y'all would feel better if y'all had some of y'all people riding with y'all though. So, like, let's be honest. If it was one of y'all kids, y'all would want support. And that's our problem. That's our problem right there. We don't stick together. We don't stick together. That's the email from the dad's page. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and see what I could do. See what I can find a Diamond. Look at what you're doing. You do. I love you, lady. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see if you know. I can only send messages. I'm sure they're flooded with messages. So I'm hoping somewhere in the flood they'll open up my message and read it. And if you guys can as well, flood him with my messages and let him know. You know, I'm on TikTok. And I'm trying to get in contact with them to see how we can help them, you know, financially and go directly through them. Okay. So they said, Diamond, tell them to get to the post office, get them a post office box so we can send checks and send personal checks. Yeah, a post office box is good. A P.O. box would be good. Definitely a P.O. box. Okay. But let me get out of here, y'all. And
have a good day, baby.
All right, babe. I'll see y'all in the AM.